The following is a presentation of YSN, your sports network.
From Dave Pavlansky Field on the campus of Poland High School, you're listening to YSN. Hello again, everybody. My name is Anthony Malone. I will be your broadcast for tonight's match of the Poland Bulldogs versus the South Range Raiders. Joined alongside my color commentator for tonight, Paul Munson. Munson, I tell you, this game last year was all the talk of the town in Week 1.
Week 1, I mean, it was a torrential downpour, monsoon happening at South Range High School. Actually, Week 1, it was all over the place. It was canceling games. We had the computers blowing up. But it was that battle that went on, and it was the game that everybody was looking forward to in that Week 1. And now here we are in Week 5 of the 2021 season, and this is Game 2 of the NE8. And both these teams pretty much, everybody's saying whoever wins this game is going to put themselves in the driver's seat for that league championship. And, Poland last week had that loss to Hubbard, and Hubbard's the other one. They say 3 teams are going to try to win this league.
It's a packed house this year.
Yes.
And with both teams coming in, Poland 2-2, South Range 4-0, having a great season so far in the early going. And this game's going to really, it's going to tell you where they're going to propel the rest of the way through as both teams come out on the field. You're going to hear a lot of familiar names that we heard last year. Poland's Jack Fulton will be the name that we hear the most from the Poland Bulldogs on the offense. This year he's been kind of the driver's seat the whole way through. But on the South Range end, we called Dominguez's name enough last year, enough to bring it up this year.
Yeah, he is the centerpiece of the South Range offense. A 1,000-yard rusher last year, and he is the guy who's coming back again his senior year. But the thing is everybody knows about him. Everybody knows, hey, it's 34. And, credit to Dan Yeagley and his staff that they've said, okay, we do have that workhorse stud, but guess what? We got a couple other guys. And in that backfield, they got Connor Jones. They've got Corey Pennick, and you've got the run play option out of the quarterback, Billy Skirpak, his first full year as being the starting quarterback, and he can run just as well, and he's got some weapons around him. Everybody's been talking about, listen, South Range is such a big spread offense. You've got a good receiver in Shane Lindstrom. You've got a great tight end in Aiden Leone. So they are spreading it out all over the place.
And we'll get back to this game here after our commercial break. We'll come back after the national anthem for the kickoff. Tonight's matchup. Don't go anywhere here on YSN.
New things happen all day. Some are good, some not so good. In today's complicated world, while you're busy working, playing, and living life, we're busy helping you make sense of the day's news. And there's only one place where it comes together with clarity, context, and accountability. It's 21 News at 6 with me, Madison Tromler, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 6. It's what the day's news really means to you.
Welcome home to a home made homier with Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods. Inspiration starts at BairdBrothers.com and is turned into reality when high-quality hardwoods are delivered right to your home. Baird Brothers has the latest design trends, shiplap and skinny lap interior siding, antique oak rustic flooring. And, well, you'll find them all at BairdBrothers.com. Ordered easily, delivered conveniently, enjoyed comfortably. BairdBrothers.com.
WRS Wealth Advisors, the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists. Located on South Avenue in Boardman.
You're here to be part of something bigger, to make things happen. For you, college is about knowledge being shared and learning experiences that aren't limited to the classroom. On campus, you want to matter. It's about engaging every day, building relationships with students, with mentors, with the community, in the heart of a reinvented city. We are that something bigger. We are Youngstown State University and proud.
Back here at Poland High School for our kickoff. Momentarily, we'll see both teams take the field. We got Poland in there. I always call it the color rush because they're all draped in blue. And then we'll see on the away team, the South Range Raiders wearing the white tops and the burgundy bottoms.
And from the lineup that's going out there right now, it looks like the Raiders will get the ball first because you got Dominguez will be in the backfield back there.
What, he's going to surprise you and kick the ball himself, huh?
Yeah.
So, I believe you're correct.
Yeah, so they're going to get the ball. Looks like him, Connor Jones, and Corey Pennick will be your return guys back there for South Range. So we'll see. This is the matchup I was telling you pregame before that we want to see is how South Range is going to deal with the Poland defense. if the Poland defense can try to corral the offense early, then I think this is going to be a really good game. It's going to be a good struggle because that is what Poland needs to do. They need to try to stop that offense and put it on their offense to try to outscore South Range. But if South Range kind of handles this could get ugly.
Yeah, this game, in my opinion, it's going to be a heavy run game by both teams. It's what they feel comfortable with, and that's not a bad thing. It's high school football here in northeastern Ohio. It's not an uncommon thing, but I think what's going to separate these teams is, like you said, this first quarter is going to play. It's going to be everything, especially if both teams want to run the ball constantly.
Yeah. And then, again, like everybody says, it's those halftime adjustments. What are you going to do at halftime to adjust to say, okay, listen, they're stopping this a little bit. We're going to go a different route now.
Getting set up.
Both kickers are 42, it looks like, too. That's funny.
That's Tommy Kushner. As we know, Kushner, there is not an unfamiliar name with kick. And now we're ready to play. TV timeout's over, so now we can play some football here in week 5.
Yeah, that's always a tough thing, too, when this is one of those TV games. Those TV timeouts come a lot.
And we're underway. Kicks low line. Zach picked up near the 35-yard line. The ball might have come loose. Looking for a signal. No signal given yet. It might be where the South Range Raiders start off, but we haven't seen a signal.
Raider ball.
And it will be Raiders ball. That was interesting.
Yeah, number 30 came up with it, but then you got to wonder how close he was to the sidelines. Was he touching as he had control of the ball?
And we've seen a couple of those calls here already this season in other games. But the Raiders offense will take the field.
So we'll see Billy Skirpak out there under center. Dominguez is already in the backfield. Him, Connor Jones. Shane Lindstrom's out there, number 11, and you have number 24 as Aiden Leone is one of the tight guys up there too.
Shotgun formation, two running backs in the backfield, one wide receiver each side. Skripak gets a snap, hands the ball off, and it's met behind the line of scrimmage by a host of Bulldogs. And I'll tell you what, they had some of the best looks of a running back last week in Caffey.
Oh.
So with that, they've had more than enough experience in this season alone with tough running backs. So they probably have been, nothing new second week of just constantly looking after running backs. That's a loss of 2.
Yeah, statistically, TC Caffey leading the nation in running.
Amazing.
That's according to Max Preps, and like some people said, Max Preps, not all schools, put their numbers in there. But, hey.
We got 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 wide receiver to the left. Shotgun formation for Skripak. Skripak gets a snap. Fakes the handoff, got the ball. He's going to hang on to it. He's got up to the 45, finally brought down near the 46-yard line. It's going to be a great gain of almost 12 yards. Give him 11. It's going to be 3rd and 1 now.
And now your whole playbook's wide open here.
Yeah.
Another RPO. You have handoff to the running back, fullback, jet sweep, something. It's all there, yeah.
Yep. You don't have it. You can do whatever you want with 1 yard to go as long as you get the 1 yard. 3rd and 1, ball in the 46. Shotgun formation. 1 man in the backfield with Skripak. Skripak gets the snap. Fakes the handoff. He's still got the ball, and he gets the first down. It's going to be close, but he does get it. It'll be first down Raiders.
And again, there's that RPO. He rode Dominguez there for a little bit, pulled it out, and then just cut right up there. So
still hanging on to the option. I have seen an option go for about 5 yards, and then eventually it was pulled.
Yes. Just keep running with that guy.
Yeah, I've seen it. 1st and 10, ball on the 48-yard line for the Raiders. 48 of South Range, that is. Skripak gets the snap, hands the ball off, and good running lane, moving past the 50-yard line, finally brought down near the 47-yard line. I believe that was from this angle.
That's Dominguez.
So a great first down run gives them a very manageable, looks to be about 4 yards to go on 2nd down.
Yeah, across the midfield stripe, and then, that's the workhorse. That's the guy you want to give the ball to, and he's still back there in the sidecar.
Poland, after giving up that kind of a freebie there almost on the kickoff, having some difficulty here with stopping the run of South Range. Back to pass. Skripak pass the ball. It is completed. It's going to be a first down and a little bit more. Raiders are continuing this drive now.
That was Shane Lindstrom.
Lindstrom
in the slot position there
with the catch. Continuing this drive. And for me, I always say the run always supplements the pass, and so does the pass. So therefore, if you can't get one going, you're going to suffer a little bit until you find a breaking lane. But right now, South Range not having any difficulty. 1st and 10 on the 37-yard line.
Yeah, Raiders just taking control right now, and this is what Poland probably feared the most.
Skripak, shotgun formation, sends a man in motion. He gets a snap, hands it off to Dominguez. Dominguez caught in the backfield. Nice tackle there by number 36, Jeff Myslovsky. Myslovsky gets involved in many ways on the Poland defense, but we hear his name so frequently at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, he just came right through the gap there and was right there as soon as Dominguez got the ball, and he had no chance to break loose of that one.
The referees actually stopped that for a loss of 3, so 2nd and 13 now. It's one of those things like maybe Dominguez thought maybe if I can wrench, but refs said that's enough.
Yeah, as soon as that forward progress starts going the other way, they're going to stop it and not let somebody get hurt. See a kid get slung down.
2nd and 13, shotgun formation. Skripak back to pass, looking towards the left side, throws it down the middle, and it was almost caught, but it's going to fall incomplete and bring up a 3rd down for the Raiders. So for the Raiders, you got to find a play for 13 yards in a tough situation. You're on the other side of the field. Do you feel like this is 4-down territory?
You know, if they get a big chunk here, I mean, I'm going to say this: if they get within a yard or two of the 30-yard line, I say Yeagley goes for it.
Okay.
I really do. Because, I mean,
it's just right there. It's right in the happy medium.
Yeah. You know, that 3-4 yards, 4th and that, I mean, you trust your offense to get it.
Shotgun formation again for Skripak. He gets the ball back to pass. He's going to run with it. He's got some running room. He's up towards the 30, 25, past the 20. Moving, cutting in past the 10-yard line to the 5, and he continues and finally is brought down after a huge run right around the 2-yard line. Skripak in the goal line position now for the Raiders.
And there's where I was telling you earlier, like when he gets some time, he does look for his options. He's going to read 1, 2, 3, and now I'm going to run. And he took off, and like I said, well, he got a little past that 30 that they needed. So,
so he has a play for 13 yards is what you're saying.
Absolutely.
1st and goal now at the 2-yard line. 8 minutes left in this first quarter, going by fast. Skripak back in the shotgun formation. Dominguez to his left. He gets the snap, hands it off to Dominguez. Dominguez might be close here, waiting for a signal. He's going to be a yard short. Good tackle there by the line of Poland to hold it here. 2nd and goal.
And here's one of those things like, listen, everybody in this stadium knows where this ball's going.
Yeah,
it's going to Dylan. And if not, it's an RPO where you're going to see him maybe hand it off, and then Skripak's going to run it up. I would be shocked, Anthony, if this ball gets put in the air.
Well, prepare to be shocked if it happens, but nevertheless, shotgun formation. Dominguez to Skripak's left. Gets a snap. Hands it back off to Dominguez. Dominguez goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders from a yard out.
And there, like I said, that's one of those things where you're shocked if the ball gets put in the air at all at that spot in the field.
And Dominguez, you're so close. It seems absurd to begin with to even tempt it, especially when you had all the down and distances in front of you. But we're going to get the extra point attempt here momentarily. The snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So that makes it 7-0 here in the early going. 7:09 left in the first quarter. We'll be back after a quick word. Don't go anywhere here on YSN.
My old boss, he said I would be good at sales because I'm good with people and everything like that. So he offered me a job, and here I am. I have a lot of repeat customers, and referrals, and it's just nice seeing them with smiles on their faces when, they pick up their vehicles, them telling me how happy they are with the vehicles. So that's what keeps you going. I'm Jim Timko, and I've been at Greenwood Chevrolet for 20 years.
Back here at Poland High School with the score 7-0 in the early going of the first quarter. Dominguez was able to get into the end zone from 1 yard out, and I guess the whole drive, you could really say they had their way with the run game, and it was highlighted, if you will, by Skripak's long run that was on third and 13,
Yeah.
got them all the way down to 1st and goal.
Yeah, all the way down to the 2 yard line. So, I mean, that was one of those things, and that's where I said this first couple drives, this first quarter is going to be huge for Poland if they can stop that offense. I mean, we had it early in our show, in the Power Hour earlier this week. The question was it was yesterday, matter of fact, at the our prime time. It was like, hey, if you had a chance to take one thing away from either one of these teams, if you're Poland, what do you take away from them? Do you take the offense, the defense, or the special teams? And we all said the offense. I mean, if you can take this offense off the field and say, okay, listen, let their defense try to stop us, that is where I think you can put yourself in a good position, because if you're just going to sit here and try to play, shot for shot, you can get in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, they're a fine-tuned machine on offense here. If you had to take one away, that's got to be the number one there. But Starkey will kick this ball away to Cole Fulton, as well as number 7, D'Angelo's over there. Makes his approach, and we're back to it. Skripak, right near the 30-yard line, jumped on and trying to do. Yeah, he was going for it there. Number 35, Bacher.
Thought it was the pros.
Yeah, I like the attitude, getting up and try to run with the ball, but he was on the ground already, so that brings up 1st and 10 for the Poland Bulldogs on a very manageable 30-yard line. So they got 70 yards to go to get into the end zone. But the Poland Bulldogs, the way that last series is, you almost think that, I don't want to call it dire time, it's only first quarter, but you got to get some points of some sort in this first opening drive.
Yeah, and this is where the linebackers are going to be big for South Range. I mean, you've got 44 Remish out there. You got 55 Cormel.
Fulton sends Fulton in motion. He drops the snap. He's going to run with it to the left, trying with a little bit of pass play action, and he's going to run with it himself. He's up towards the 45. He goes out of bounds, so he made something out of nothing there, because the ball was on the ground for the first second of that play.
And that's where that contain's got to come into effect, for the defense for South Range. They've got to be able to keep that outside contain. Like, they were getting some penetration inside, but then when the quarterback can sprint out and get outside there, now he's got some running lanes.
Fulton picked up a very decent about 6 yards on the play, about 7 actually, 2nd and 3. Ball officially marked at the 37-yard line. Looks like we got an equipment issue for number 3, I believe.
Yeah, the referee's pointing to get him off the field.
I wasn't exactly sure what you know how points are. I thought it was he could not be throwing him out of the game. But I'm pretty sure it had an equipment issue and brought in number 14. That's General Lovich. But Fulton under center. 2 running backs in the backfield. Ball handed off. And that looks like Dom Parker. Dom Parker up near the 50-yard line. And Dom Parker, tough man to bring down, gets them a first down and then some. Now at the 49 of Poland.
So you got to wonder, I mean, South Range is going looks like a 3-3. They got 3 down linemen. Sometimes they sneak. Look, number 20, J.D. Krause on the end over there too. Cormel's on the end. And they let the linebackers kind of stay about 3-4 yards off the ball. You got, 3 down linemen over there.
Yeah, with that,
on 5.
If you're Poland, if that's the way that they're going to play it, you need to plan not with an option run. You got to get the ball to the hole immediately. And with that shotgun formation, 2 wide receivers to the right, Fulton gets the snap, hands it off again. This is to Parker. Parker behind the line of scrimmage, going to be dropped for a loss to bring up 2nd down for the for the Bulldogs. Looks like a loss of 2, I believe.
Yeah, it looks like going to be a 2nd and 12 here. So, and that's one of those linebackers shooting up there. That's Connor Jones, number 46. Yep. He read that play and met him in the backfield quickly.
Kind of a stretch play there. Colosimo will check in for Parker. Fulton gets in the jump off sides, and it'll be a 5-yard gimme for the Bulldogs, and it'll bring up a much more manageable 2nd down now.
Yeah, and 28, that is Jake Starkey.
Yeah, Starkey. Just a little, I get it, first series, trying to make an impact. Got to watch that ball, though.
Yeah, you can't listen to the cadence.
Yep.
That's rule number 1 on defense is you watch the leather. Don't worry about what you're listening to, is watch the ball, because now it's a manageable now, 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7, shotgun formation for Fulton with 3 wide receivers to the right. Colosimo Fulton gets a snap, and he's going to run with it himself. Going to look for a couple moves, but doesn't have much there. And the Raiders able to contain him for maybe a gain of about 2 yards. It brings up third down now.
Yeah, now you got a 3rd and 5. I mean, so now you look at like how big that was, that 5-yard penalty.
Yep.
You could have had a 3rd and 9 here instead of a 3rd and 5, but.
Yeah, the thing I was mentioning, they were trying to go for more of a QB draw there, but if there's going to be 3 down linemen, there will be somebody else joining into the pack if they know it's a run play.
Oh, yeah. Those linebackers are going to come up and fill that gap real quick.
So that's, I think, what stalled him from running room. But now it's 3rd and 5. Not exactly the easiest scenario on 3rd down, but it's going to be shotgun formation for Fulton. Fulton gets a snap, back to pass, looking towards the left side, throws it in, and it's completed over to number 3. That looks like Ross Dito. And Ross Dito gives them the first down for the Bulldogs.
And Starkey was in there quick, puts that pressure on Fulton pretty fast, but Fulton able to get that ball out of his hands.
Dito not exactly getting up with the full weight of on his right leg. Hopefully he's all right. But no huddle for the Bulldogs at the South Range 38. 2 wide receivers to the right, 2 men lined up right behind Fulton under center. Fulton gets a snap, hands it off to Parker. Parker pushing forward and gets something out of nothing there. It's going to be a decent gain of maybe about 3 yards, 2nd down.
And this is one of those things like Coach Pavlansky talked about yesterday on primetime. You know, they do a lot of play drives. You know, they had a bunch of 14-play drives, and but the thing is how does it end? How can you capitalize and finish off those big 14-play drives?
They had in the early going of the season, they were trying to get these long drives sustained, but they just weren't having much success of getting that first 2 games staying on the field and getting these going. But Fulton sends a man in motion. He's going to keep the ball back to pass. Thinking about running, he's going to throw the ball. It was a wheel route. And heading towards the end zone, and that will fall incomplete, out of bounds on the catch there. It's kind of a delayed wheel route, if you will.
Yeah, a little pump fake there to try to get the defender to bite on it. But, luckily for South Range, Corey Pennick was back there, and they also had a second defender coming back. Looks like it was 20. No, not 20.
Yeah, hard to say. That's Kraus if that is.
JD's on the end. It was 21.
21. 21, Joey Plunkett.
Joey Plunkett back there. So Plunkett able to get back there and help out over the top. So now you got a 3rd and 7.
Yeah, this one's even harsher to get involved with if they want to stick with the pass. Kind of a fresh change of pace that we haven't seen from Poland a ton is this pass scenario, but Fulton's going to run with it himself with a lot of running room. Moving up to the 25-20, pass to the 10. He's going to try to run into the end zone, and will he get there? He does. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Now they're
waving. Be overruled. They got a potential
There's a
flag somewhere. I'm trying to find it here.
30. You can barely see it in front of the number 3. So let's see what they're going to call. Just thrown right around the. That's going to be a holding.
Holding call. Wow. 35-yarder just completely wiped out.
Yep. And maybe that's why he was able to get around that corner untouched, because
there was all the running room in the world there. But nevertheless, that holding call brings them all the way back to the 45-yard line.
45. My goodness. So now you got
a pretty arduous 3rd down
17,
now.
Right?
That's about right.
A 3rd and 17.
Yep. That it will be. Now for the Bulldogs, got to get your mind correctly back into this 3rd down scenario. Yeah. You just scored, if you will, but it does not count.
Yeah.
And now you're back at it again.
Yeah, because he got right to the pylon when he got pushed, but you could see the line judge was not giving him the hands up. So
yeah. Saw it in the middle of the field and errantly called it a touchdown, but Fulton back to pass. He's going to get pressured. Gets hit as throwing, and Ross Dito.
No penalty there. So good defense by Dominguez. Now that brings up a 4th and 17. So
if I'm Poland, if I'm coaching, and what I'm not, I'm up here talking on the microphone. I want to pin them a little bit.
And
give
here comes
them a
the
chance.
punt team. Yep, here they come.
Give your defense a chance to make a big play here, and we play on this side of the field for the remainder of the quarter.
Yeah, because you don't want to try to go for it here, and if you don't get the first down, you're going to give them, 60 yards then to try to go. So, and you got a dangerous Shane Lindstrom back there for South Range. He's returned a couple kickoffs and punts this year for touchdowns. So
Ross Dito will punt this ball away for the Bulldogs. And we get a called Is it a timeout?
Delay game.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Hit the zeros.
And now a whole fresh set of guys come out for South Range.
Yeah, they're going to try and go for it here, or trying to get that ball from Rosdeo.
Yeah, this is a lot of young guys, though. So this is one of those plays where you got to think, maybe Coach Yeagley's going to be like, listen, I'm going to get a bunch of young guys in there to get them some playing time, but I don't know if I do that right here this early.
It might be just trying to get after the ball here, and Rosdeo gets the snap, punts the ball away, and it's not a very long punt. It bounces at the 30 and kicks back up, but it's going to be stopped by the Bulldogs around the 31-yard line, so pretty decent field position for the Raiders.
Same spot they had at the last time.
So we'll have about 70 yards to go here. And for the Raiders, it was more of a football clinic for a first drive, which you ran your plays, was able to get into the end zone in a momentary fashion. Only with that big one-run play by Script Pack was able to extend this play all the way to the red zone. But before that, they were having their way in the run game.
Absolutely. And we got another TV timeout here.
So we'll take one as well, and we'll be back after a quick word. Don't go anywhere. We'll hear from Myers Insurance. South Range 7, Poland nothing.
Working with your family can be stressful at times, but because they're family, you know that you're going to get a loving, honest answer, even when things don't make sense, to any problem. Dealing with Medicare can be confusing and overwhelming. That's why here at Myers Family Insurance, we do our best to give you honest and caring answers to all of your questions. Family, like Medicare, isn't always perfect, but when you put others first, the results can be amazing.
For all your Medicare needs, call Myers Family Insurance.
It's a new year at Acura of Boardman and Boardman Mitsubishi with huge savings on over 350 fully inspected vehicles. We have cars, trucks, SUVs, minivans, and work vehicles. If we don't have it, our team will find it. We aim for 100% credit approval with payments as low as $99 per month. And as always, we'll pay top dollar for your trade. For a great vehicle and a great experience, come see why everyone is stopping by at Acura of Boardman and Boardman Mitsubishi.
Every customer has a story, whether it's buying a car for the first time, helping them get approved, or finding the perfect car for their budget. I'm proud that people trust me with their...
And we'll hear more from our sponsors here on YSM. Back to the action. 1st and 10 for the Raiders. He gets the snap to Script Pack. He's back to pass. Looking down the left side of the field. He's got a man open, and he catches it near the 48-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Raiders.
Connor Jones.
Connor Jones already with his name. We called it so many times already.
Yeah, Connor Jones is one of those guys. He can, they run a double tight sometimes, and he is a big kid that can come off there. Him and Leone in those tight end positions are dangerous to break out, and when they get the ball, it's hard to bring them down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Under 3 minutes of play in this very fast-paced first quarter. Shotgun formation for Script Pack and the South Range Raiders. Sends a man in motion. Gets the snap and hands it off to Dominguez. Dominguez pushing forward. Nice. Moving his feet to keep the ball going forward, and a very nice first down run for Dominguez.
And that's one of those things about Dylan is Dylan's not that big of a kid. When you see him in school, he's just under 6 foot tall. He's about 5'10 and a half, 5'11, and he just is so powerful, and his legs don't stop that it's tough to bring him down. It's 2 or 3 guys that need to bring him down. One guy most likely is not going to take him down.
So it gives us a 2nd and 3 now. About a gain of 7 yards. Shotgun formation for the Raiders. Script Pack's going to run with it himself, and he's going to be touched in the backfield, but he's able to get away with it. And he gets maybe a gain of 1 on the play there, but Don Parker had a hand on him, just couldn't keep up with Script Pack.
He is going to be just shy of that first down.
Officially marked there, and we're going to get a
I love
time. Yeah, haven't seen any motion
the
yet.
head guy looks like that's
are we going to measure this here?
Yeah, they need to measure that. I mean, he fell forward. He was able to spin. That's oh my gosh, I got to think of his name, that referee that's down there. But he just went back and was standing in the backfield.
Just another day.
The other line guys were like, you might want to come look at this.
It's interesting that they're doing this early. I know that the down and distance might be to blame for the call, but we don't traditionally see a lot. If it seems close, some referees will just go, let's give them the first down. And in this case,
that's going to be a first down.
He's looking at it, and it will be.
That is a first down. Nose of that ball was past the last link in the chain.
I thought we were going to be here for a little while with anticipation.
He was looking and looking.
But we'll end that Emmy nomination for our head referee, and will give us a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line with under 2 minutes in the first quarter.
Gary Jennings, that's his name. I knew I would think of it.
Shout out to Gary Jennings here. Shotgun formation. 2 wide receivers to the left. Script pack gets the snap. Hands it off to Dominguez. Dominguez got some running lanes. He moves up to the 35. Finally brought down near the 37, 38-yard line. Another beautiful first down run for the Raiders.
And he can hit that hole so fast.
I mean, when you're looking at this, the way this game is going here, a lot of first down runs are not traditionally designed to give you a touchdown, but what it's doing right now more than anything is setting up the next play, and it was actually a 9-yard run. 2nd and 1, shotgun formation, 2 wide receivers to the left. Skripak, with 1 yard to go, sends a man in motion. Gains it off.
It's Connor Jones.
Jones with the run. He'll get the first down and a little bit more. And Raiders threatening to get into the red zone. In case you're watching on your computers or around the area, make sure you're tuning into the Audible Call with Mike Ackelson.
Ack, back in the station. DJ's back there with
him.
Wow,
he said for another fun week of that.
Yeah, he's back there again. Got some updated scores here when we come back from this play. Got a couple games here. I'm getting some updates.
1st and 10. Ball on the 30. Skripak gets the snap. Hands it off to Dominguez. Dominguez got a running lane up to the 25, up to the 20. He's still on his feet. Up to the 10. Got to push forward, and he goes out of bounds near the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, Raiders. So the Raiders, once again, right where they left off after Skripak brought them back to this area in the early first quarter. Let's see if they want to run a play here. They got 32 seconds. Got to run one play at least. And it's apparently where they marked it. They got 1 yard to go here. You just sneak it through?
Yeah, about a 5-second differential in the play clock and the game clock. So,
shotgun formation. We'll see if they hand it off or they just want to bring Skripak right down the middle. He gets a snap. Dominguez back in the end zone. Go the Raiders. Touchdown from 1 yard out, Dominguez.
Yeah, after he did all that hard work, you got to reward him and give him that touchdown there.
Had a lot of beautiful runs so far in the early going of this game. Makes this lead 13-0 in the early going.
Couple scores real quick. You have LeBray 14-7 over Champion with about 3 minutes to go in the first. With about 4 minutes to go, team right down 170 here. Springfield taking care of business against Ridge, 28-0.
Oh, wow.
And then your alma mater right now is down 14-6, the Southern and Columbiana.
Southern's a tough team. Bring down in the early going of that. The snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good.
Good.
And that makes it a game 14-0 with the end of the fourth quarter, our first quarter upcoming. It's 7 seconds left in their first. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere.
Every customer has a story, whether it's buying a car for the first time, helping them get approved, or finding the perfect car for their budget. I'm proud that people trust me with their story. I'm Tracy, and I'm ready to go the extra mile for you, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
Now is the time to think about your future, where you want to go, what you want to be. Your future can start now at Kent State Salem or Kent State East Liverpool. We have programs that will open doors and provide opportunities for you to pursue your passion. We are affordable, we are close. You call it hometown, we call it Kent State University. Learn more at www.kent.edu/Columbiana. You belong here.
We are there in your community. Small business owners, mechanics, police officers, homemakers. And we are there serving our nation in the Air Force Reserve. When medical emergencies arise, in cybersecurity, when natural disasters happen, we are there in space. We are Reserve Citizen Airmen, and we are there with over 180 different jobs to serve your country. Air Force Reserve.
Back here at Dave Pavlansky Field with the score 14-0. And with the Dominguez with 2 touchdowns already, we see a squib kick. Squib kick is picked up near the 36-yard line by Poland player. Nice job getting the squib kick.
Not sure what that was, Anthony. We both saw it. I'm going to pan up
go
a little
ahead.
bit. There's a little.
It's hard to tell on. There's some kind of
like a little loop-de-loop there. The guy was out there on an airplane.
Practicing here, so
looks
pardon
like
our interruption with non-football with something of a mystery.
Yeah, some sky art. It kind of looks like a 6 on its side right now. If you turn your head, or you turn the other way, it's a number 9. So.
Well, this game's full of surprises already, especially with the way that the Poland Bulldogs need to get back into the offensive category right now if you're a Bulldog fan. But at the Raiders, you can ask for a better first quarter, slow, methodical drives leading to touchdowns.
Yeah, you're going to get one play here. There's 3 seconds left. So
Fulton under center gets the snap, hands it off. And met in the backfield by a host of Raiders. And that'll end our quarter with a loss on the play. Ball now officially was at the 40. Now it's at the 35. A loss of 5. And that'll end our quarter. So with that, we'll go into a quick break. Don't go anywhere. With the score, South Range 14, Poland nothing. Here on YSN.
Jimmy Sudman here, director of Isle, Purple Cat, and Golden String. We are happy to support YSN and 2 of my favorite people, Scotty Mincher and Super Dave O'Malley. We are an agency that provides services for adults with disabilities. We infuse humor, passion, and joy into their lives. If you know of any folks with disabilities that need our assistance, please contact us.
Coca's Pizza, proud to announce our pizza buffet is back every Wednesday at our Boardman and Campfield locations. Adults only $7.99 and kids only $4.99, and $2 beer starting at 8 o'clock. That's Coca's Pizza. We serve it hot.
At Greenwood Chevrolet, shop with confidence knowing we're ready to go the extra mile for you. With the largest selection of used vehicles in the Valley, backed by the Greenwood Advantage Warranty. Only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
Back here for the start of the second quarter with the score 14-0 South Range. Are you looking for a valuable education close to home? Find out how to start your journey in the heart of a city on the rise. Visit explore.ysu.edu to take your first step today. Youngstown State University, we are Y and proud.
I'm Y and proud. I'm an
alumni. I am an alumni as well. I actually finished in 4.5 years. That's like a sprint.
That's like a record.
Yeah, I know.
I took my time and got an extra year on you.
Ah, nice.
5.5.
You could say you are more experienced at school than I am. So with that, back to our game here. We currently just saw a run by, I believe that was number 21. That is Natoli.
Yeah, loss of 4.
With a loss of 4, and that's a tough way to begin this quarter. If you're Coach Pavlansky and the Bulldogs, you just got to talk to your team and try to get them back into the swing of things. Forget that quarter. You're not out of reach just yet anyways.
No. This is a huge drive right now for them. They need to put something on the board, whether it's a field goal, whether you get a touchdown, because if you don't get anything out of this drive right here and South Range puts another one on you, now that rock just got a ton heavier to push up that hill.
Fulton in motion. Cole Fulton, that is. Jack Fulton under center. Gets the snap. Throws it to Cole Fulton. Cole Fulton gets the pass, and he's met right at the line of scrimmage by 2 different Raiders. Might be a gain of maybe 1 yard, but a very tough third down upcoming again for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, it looks like they might give him a yard.
I'm interested to see what they're doing on offense when it comes to, they were seeing a little bit more pass than I anticipated this early going. I thought we'd see a little bit more pass from the Bulldogs a little later on in the game, but I mean the run has not worked out thus far for the Bulldogs.
No, and you got to wonder if Coach Pavlansky saw something on film and said, listen, these guys up front, even though they're only bringing 3, their linebackers crash.
And Fulton with evades a sack. Does it again. Still on his feet. Finally hit. And has owned his own, I believe that was a lineman, pushed him forward a little bit. He gets back near the original down and distance at the 41-yard line. He'll bring up another 4th down, though.
There's a lot of running for about 4-yard gain.
Reminded me of Seneca Wallace from back in the old Iowa State days. But we're waiting to see the signal over on the Poland sideline here. We haven't been given. Have you seen the signal yet?
There we go. Finally.
with 22 seconds left to line up for the punt team.
He took a while to think about that one. I mean, South Range immediately ran their punt team on there.
I get it where they're coming from. You want to continue this drive, but 9 yards is a tough task to bring up here.
Especially on your own side of the field.
Dito gets the snap, punts the ball away, and it's a line drive punt bouncing near the 30-yard line. It's going to be picked up and finally brought down with a behind-the-back tackle. That's not an easy thing to do. Number 24, Michael Gordon, able to track him down. Then it'll bring up the Raiders 1st and 10 back on offense after another 1-yard touchdown run by Dominguez.
Yeah, so. and that's something right there that Poland did not want to do, is give the ball back to South Range. And, again, they've been right around the 30, 35-yard line when they've started these drives. So now they're in familiar territory where they've been before, and now it's all on the defense. This is huge for their defense. If it wasn't huge before on that offensive drive.
It got even more important.
Yeah, now your defense has got to come through.
Only 62 yards to go to get into the end zone. Sends him in motion to Skripak in a pistol formation. Gets the snap. Hands the ball off to Dominguez. That doesn't look like Dominguez at all. Up to the 50, 45, cutting back to the 30. Finally brought down near the 25-yard line. Dominguez.
That is Dominguez. That is Dylan.
With a beautiful first down run for the Raiders, able to find and weave his way on the sideline of the Raiders. 1st and 10, and they're knocking on the red zone door.
They are there again, and just a great run by Dylan as he was able to turn the corner and make a couple guys miss, and here they are on the 25-yard line.
Shotgun formation for the Raiders, 1st and 10. The 25. Skripak, shotgun formation. Dominguez behind him. And he fumbles the snap. He jumps on it. Skripak able to avert disaster because he had 3 different defenders around him. But he jumps on it. It's going to be a loss in the play, but it could have been a lot worse.
A 10-yard loss, but listen, absolutely. It is exactly a 10-yard loss. See, that ball's marked to the 35. But smart. Fall on the ball. Don't be a hero. Don't try to pick it up and try to make something happen. No. Live to die another day.
I've seen a lot of players just try to pick it up and then get hit. You're free game there. You can get hit as the quarterback and pushed away from the ball.
Yeah.
Even though you don't have it. 2nd and 20, ball in the 35. Shotgun formation, 2 wide receivers to the right for Skripak with Dominguez to his right. He gets the snap. Back to pass, looking towards the left side, right down the middle, looking for a fade route and unable to get with Connor Joe.
Connor Jones was wide open there, and he just threw to his other shoulder. And, that could have been huge, and that's what you needed right there. So, Poland right now, they got to let bend and not break right here. I mean, a 3rd and 20, you got where you wanted, and it was a courtesy of an error by the Raiders, but take advantage of it right now.
They have a chance to stop them here, even if it's a matter of 4-down territory, but got to get the 3rd down taken care of first. Shotgun formation. 1 wide receiver each side for Skripak, and Dominguez lined up behind him. Dominguez gets a snap back to pass. Going to throw it towards the right side, all alone, but unable to handle. We get a flag thrown in the backfield near where Skripak was standing. We'll see what this is. There's actually 2 flags down at the same time.
That's going to be a holding.
And most likely.
They're both pointing that way. So
I'll be interested to see what they do with this. I mean, they're most likely going to decline it, but where they're at right now, pushing them back even further doesn't hurt your cause.
No, but the bad thing is right now that you see is that, and they're going to decline it, which is smart. Because if you give them that 10 more yards, there was 2 back-to-back plays that the guys were wide open.
That's true.
And you just let them go could have been touchdowns.
So 2 unfortunate misses for the Raiders, but Poland on the beneficial side. They're going to go for it.
They're going to go for it.
4th and 20. Ball in the 35. Poland getting lined up. Very heavy set there at the line. 5 linemen for the defense. He hits the snap. He's rolling to the right is Skripak. Going to throw it near the end zone. And it's double covered here, and it's going to go incomplete. And it'll be a turnover on downs, and the Bulldogs take over with decent field position at the 35.
And, I'm kind of questioning that a little bit because, Shane Lindstrom's a great wide receiver, but Shane's only about 5'8", if he's lucky. And he was going against 2 taller defenders as that guy got back there.
Well, it doesn't matter if you're 6'5" and you got 2 defenders right in front of you. It's going to be a challenge to get the ball one way or the other.
Yeah, you've got to thread that in there or you got to hope that he can jump out of the building, which there is no building here, but jump out of the field and be able to elevate to get it in front of those guys. And a guy his size, I'll be honest, I've only seen one kid that could elevate that high, and he's not here right now.
Yeah, Nate Robinson from the Denver Nuggets is not playing on the field
He was one
tonight.
of them, and there was a kid named Nick Litz.
Ah, there you go.
Nick Litz played at JFK, and Anthony, when I'm telling you, this kid had calves that looked like bowling balls, and he
looks like me, huh?
He could dunk like crazy.
1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. At the 35-yard line, Fulton in shotgun formation gets the snap, hands it off to Cole Fulton. Cole Fulton gets tackled in the backfield.
That's Remish.
Number 44, Remish.
Tyler Remish coming in from that
big tackle
middle
there.
linebacker position, just shooting the gap.
So a loss of 2 brings it to the 33-yard line, 2nd and 12. Under 10 minutes already in this second quarter. And for Poland, still trying to get that run game going there. Another loss of 2. So I wonder if we're going to see back on pass for Jack Fulton. Fulton gets the snap, and he's going to run with it himself. He runs to the left side. He's got some running room up to the 40. 45, tough man to bring down. He gets the first down and then some. He'll move it up to the 47-yard line at first down for the Bulldogs.
So that, again, one of those kind of designed plays where he's going to drop back and immediately just take off and run. And it's one of those things, like you said, with the three down linemen for the defense of South Range, you've got to be quick to get to those holes.
And no huddle offense for the Bulldogs. Shotgun formation, one wide receiver each side. Looking towards the sideline now for any adjustments. Haven't seen this a ton from the Bulldogs in this early going with hurry up and look.
Yeah.
I've seen it a lot with a lot of other offenses, but
he's going to go under center.
And he saw something he likes. Gets the snap, hands the ball off a running lane to the left side. Finally brought down near the 50-yard line. A nice run there on first down. Give them a gain of about 3 yards. Second down.
Yeah, it was number 22.
Number 22, that's Dylan Smith. Call his name here and there on the offensive side. And back. You know, I'm so used to for the first couple years, them going into a huddle and making a decision from there. And we've even seen some of that this year from the Bulldogs. But now it looks like they're more focused on getting a call from the sideline and going with it, as we're seeing right now. Shotgun formation for Fulton, sends a man in motion. That's Cole Fulton. Cole Fulton's going to lead the way for Jack Fulton. Jack Fulton moving up towards the 45, finally brought down near the first down yard marker. He's going to be officially brought down at the 43. So we'll see where they call this here.
They're going to tell him to move. They're going to say that's a first down.
First down for the Bulldogs.
Springfield out to a 35-0 lead now, and they're not even out of the first quarter yet. And then LeBray and Champion are all tied up as they're halfway through the second.
The Youngstown State commit, Brungard, probably had something to do with that. Fulton under center, looks towards the sideline with 2 men lined up right behind him.
Gosh, they get me every time with that. They run up to the line. I'm like, okay, get ready to do something here, and then they take a look at the sidelines.
Fulton hands the ball off. It looks to Dylan Smith. And Dylan picks up a decent gain on the play up towards near the 37-yard line. That'll bring up second down.
So good drive here right now out of the Bulldogs.
Yeah, they were looking for this.
Yeah, just chipping away here.
They were doing a lot of stretch plays, and I don't see them really. It looks like we're going under center and going right at the South Range Raiders defensive line with their plays. And we'll see if they actually, that's what I was going to say. You got
to
focus in on going up to the line of scrimmage and looking for adjustments on the sideline.
I mean, and you understand why they're doing that. You know, we get it.
Smith gets the snap again, or the handoff, excuse me. And it's going to be a minimal gain on the play for the Bulldogs. Bring up third down, a very manageable, about 1 to 2 yards. So much more of the variety that they were looking for than what they got in the first quarter, where we saw third and 20, third and 13.
7, third and 9, you know, I mean, you know, but again, like why they're running up here to the line real quick, because they want to see what the defense is going to do. And then the offensive coordinators are sitting there going, okay, they're in this formation, you know, let's do this, and you change the call. But if you're the defense, you've got to be ready no matter what, because if they run up to the line and you're not in the defense that you want to be in because you're trying to trick them, they run a play real quick.
Yeah,
now
you
you're
have
on
to
your
respect
heels.
it. Shotgun formation. Fulton keeps it himself. Fulton running up towards the middle of the line of scrimmage past the 30-yard line, finally brought down near the 26-yard line. Fulton took out the referee there. Hopefully he's all right. He gets up.
Puts his hat
Part
back
of
on.
Yeah, part of the territory there. Hey, first and 10.
Yeah. Looks like that's David Height.
Just got caught up in the middle there. Fulton is a fast quarterback when he's running the ball. The acceleration is very noticeable, and unfortunately for the referee there, he noticed it pretty quick.
Yeah, and David's not a small guy.
Yep.
He's a big guy there standing in the middle, and he's going to, try to shuffle out of the way. But like you said, with the quick speed that Fulton's got, he's going to get on him quick.
Under 5 minutes in the second quarter.
And this could be a big drive for Poland because, remember, they're going to get the ball after half.
After getting the turnover on downs, this is exactly what you need when you get the ball back. Fulton gets a snap, fakes the handoff, running himself. Moving up near the 23-yard line. Minimal gain on the play for the Bulldogs, but it'll bring up a second down.
He was able to slip out of a couple guys in the backfield. Cormel was one of them, and he just slid right in between the two of those guys and was able to get that, minimal gain, well, about 4 yards, right?
Looks to be about 3 officially marked from this angle. Ball on the 23-yard line. 4 minutes and 12 seconds officially on the clock.
Now, if you're Poland, is this 4-down territory no matter what?
I think if you want to keep up with what the way the Raiders are playing, you can't rely on them never scoring again. That'd be great for you. But Dylan Smith gets the snap. He gets near the 16-yard line. Great run on second down. But I think if you're where you're at with the time remaining, you will of course be getting the ball back after halftime. You might as well try your best to score in this scenario and hope to get that ball back at halftime to tie this game up.
Yeah, I think, no matter what here, this is because a field goal is tough there because you're still playing catch up. If you cut this lead in half, that's a different story.
Fulton gets a snap, hands it off. Still with a running lane is Dylan Smith. Dylan Smith gets a big hit towards the end there, but he gets the first down, and they're really knocking on the door now. I want to welcome all of you on from the audible call. But it'll be first and goal, and now the Bulldogs looking to get into the end zone.
Yeah, they got this ball on the 3-yard line. Going to be about 3 minutes left in the first half here, and this is definitely 4-down territory. You need to score right here, put one in. But the funny thing is you don't want to score too fast. I got to wonder, why isn't the clock running here?
Not sure myself either.
Now it's running. It should have been running the whole time.
I wasn't sure if there was a little bit of a conference call there. There's only 7 seconds left on the play clock. Fulton gets a snap. He's going to run it himself. Runs towards the left side, and he's stopped by a couple of defenders, and I'll bring up second and goal.
And they're turning the corner there, and they're going to get down. We're going to mark this at the 2. So we had a gain of about 1. And there again, did he go out of bounds?
I'm trying to look at the replay there.
Yeah.
And it does look like he does officially go out of bounds, which almost is the exact opposite of what you want.
Yeah, you don't want to score too quick here. You give South Range the ball back with 2 minutes or so. They've proven they can get down the field pretty fast.
Fulton, shotgun formation. Gets the snap. He's going to run himself. Goes down the middle. He gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And Fulton from 1 yard out gets his team at least the 6 points.
So right there is, what they needed to do. They got the stop on defense. Like I said, that was a huge drive a little bit ago for them to get that stop. Again, it was aided by a bad snap by South Range, but hey, you'll take it any way you can get it, and you got it there, and now you've cut this lead in half.
I get a couple of whistles here.
That's going to be a timeout taken by.
Oh, wow. Well, you can't take it when with you during halftime. They might be missing some personnel. And after a very active first half, we'll take a break of our own. We'll come back. We'll hear some words from WFMJ Weather. Don't go anywhere.
It's storm season.
I think we're under the gun for some heavy storms over the next couple of hours.
And Storm Tracker 21 is ready.
This is probably the one we're keeping a closer eye on.
On air.
And locally, we're going to have a lot of eyes on our area.
Online.
All right, let's talk high-risk futurecast and the timing of this weather.
On social media and on our app.
Notice we'll have scattered showers on Thursday.
Stay ready with Storm Tracker 21.
The severe weather threat now through around sunset this evening.
Quality, customer service, and integrity.
Those are the 4 words that have driven our success since 1957 at Joe Dickey Electric.
Joe Dickey Electric is one Mahoning Valley landmark business that stays current with the requirements of our customers. Family owned and managed, we are an electrical contractor and energy solutions provider. Every member of our team adds to his or her skill set through ongoing training. Residential, commercial, industrial, automotive, and more. We keep ahead of the needs of our customers with a fleet of more than 50 vehicles and 24/7 emergency service, so you're never left in the dark.
For a great vehicle and a great experience, come to Boardman Mitsubishi today. As always, our full lineup of Mitsubishi models comes with a standard 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Boardman Mitsubishi, your hometown Mitsubishi dealer since 1999.
Back here at Poland High School with the score currently 14-6 here on YSN. Just scored is Jack Folt from a yard out, and now they had to take a timeout running the extra point here, but they come out of the timeout and they're ready to kick this ball away. The timeout hasn't been officially marked on the scoreboard yet, but that is exactly what happened.
Yeah, this is number 99.
And we get our extra point attempt. The snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is
Line
good.
drive that one through.
Kick that one all the way out to Dobbin Street.
Yeah.
Finally, with the score now 14-7.
Exactly 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, they got 3 minutes exactly for both teams here. And South Range, I mean, we've certainly seen, at least on their end, a drive that was very swift, but do they have a drive that they can sustain for under 3 minutes where they can get back into the end zone one more time?
Yeah, and that's going to be the big one here. That you got to wonder, during that timeout, we talked off the air, Coach Pavlansky was given that side judge, look, he was definitely giving him a piece of his mind.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
He was adamant about what was going on, and you got to wonder if the play before the touchdown, well, actually 2 plays before the touchdown,
yeah.
he fell out of bounds on the 1, and we know that. The play before that, when they ran and got from the 3 to the 1, you got to wonder, like, what was going on there?
What was the story?
The clock wasn't running.
What was the story of the clock?
And you got to think Coach Pavlansky was probably wanting that clock to run because he's like, listen, I don't want to give these guys this much time.
Even if it's 25 seconds. Are you looking for a valuable education close to home with 5 colleges and over 120 degrees? State-of-the-art facility is one of the most affordable tuition costs in the state. Youngstown State University is ready to help you charge on your future. Find out how to start your journey in the heart of a city on the rise. Visit explore.ysu.edu to learn more about our campuses, our programs, and our available financial aid. Take your first step today. Youngstown State University, we are YM proud. Back to the action here for our kickoff. And it's going to be a pop fly near the 30-yard line. And it's going to be caught, and there was a collision there. But everybody's all right. 1st and 10. So if you're the South Range, they only lost technically 2 seconds there on a pop fly. And with that, they'll be able to get a decent field position where they can only have to go about 70 yards.
Yeah, they've all night. Like I said on their last drive, they've been right around the 30, 35-yard line on all their drives. The 2 scoring drives, and then the other drive that got on the other side of the 50, but got just kind of stalled out by a couple incomplete passes, and then the bad snap. So,
shotgun formation for Skripek with Dominguez right behind him. Skripek sends a man in motion. Goes Jones. And they get the snap, hands it off to Dominguez. No, he's going to keep it. He's got a running lane, but he's unable to get it to him. That's the 3rd pass that if they just would have got it there, all the running lanes in the world.
And what was that, Smith, 22?
Looks like it was Dylan Smith charging the way.
Put some pressure in Skripak's face, and he short-armed that throw to Lindstrom. And like you said, if Lindstrom would have been able to catch that, he
got a lot of running room.
Yeah, where is he going to get to? Probably with just one man back there over the top to try to condense on him.
Got a lot of opportunities, but nevertheless, it drops incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line with under 3 minutes left in our second quarter. Shotgun formation for Skripek. He gets the snap, hands it off to Dominguez. Dominguez close to Dom Parker. Dom Parker finally brings him down, but it will be a gain on the play for Dominguez. About a gain of maybe, 2 yards there?
Yeah, 1 or 2.
I'm Coach Pavlansky here, do you take a timeout?
I was just going to say, it's 2.5 minutes to go with the long 3rd and 9.
But and nevertheless, that clock continues, 2:28.
Now if you're South Range, you just run this down, run this clock down, because by the time you snap it, you'll be right at about 2 minutes.
Skripak still looking towards a wide receiver end for some changes. 10 seconds left on the play clock. Skripak going to roll to the right. Screen pass, covered up. Skripak's going to run with it. And he's going to take a couple hits, but he keeps going. And it looks like this might be a first down.
He's going to get a first down. They're going to have that over the 40, and yes, they point to a first down. So,
and
Colosimo
slowly get up. Colosimo unable to. Looks like he's up now, but it is a 1st and 10 for the Raiders. I know what the Bulldogs are thinking about right now. We had that play completely covered up. We had it called completely. They still got the first down.
Yeah, that's one of those guys that you got to cover for him.
Frustrating for sure, but a minute 45 left in our half. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line for the Raiders in shotgun formation. Skripak gets the snap, back to pass, looking towards the middle of the field. Pass is completed all the way to the 30. Still on his feet, finally brought down. That looks like that was number 24.
That is Aiden Leone.
Aiden Leone.
The big tight end for South Range getting out there. He's got some great hands. And you got under a minute and a half.
Clock is stopped at a minute 25, but they are on the right side of the field now if you're the Raiders with 26 yards to go. Bulldogs need to make a stop, and we're going to get
timeout by the Bulldogs.
Timeout by the Bulldogs.
Coach is not liking what he's going to see out there. And like you said, with the minute 21 to go on the 26-yard line, South Range has all 3 timeouts in their pocket too. So you got, again, your whole playbook. What do you want to do here to try to score?
We'll be back. Don't go anywhere with a minute 21 left in our second quarter.
Jimmy Sutton here, director of Isle, Purple Cat, and Golden String. We are happy to support YSN and 2 of my favorite people, Scotty Mincher and Super Dave O'Malley. We are an agency that provides services for adults with disabilities. We infuse humor, passion, and joy into their lives. If you know of any folks with disabilities that need our assistance, please contact us.
Coca's Pizza, always supporting our community and our local athletes. Stop in on game day or score big and have it delivered right to your door. Check out our daily specials at cocaspizza.com. That's Coca's Pizza, we serve it hot.
WRS Wealth Advisors, the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists. Located on South Avenue in Boardman.
Back here with a minute 21 left in our till halftime. Poland 7, South Range 14, and it's been a good one so far. If you like hard-hitting run-based offenses, as I do, you've been enjoying this game.
Absolutely, and this is a key drive for both teams. I hate to keep saying that because everybody's like, oh my God, listen, this guy keeps saying the same thing, but it really is, because the last drive that Poland was able to stop the Raiders on, if the Raiders go up by 3 touchdowns, now it's tough. Now you went down, you did your job, you scored, now you've cut it in half. But here's the thing again, if you let them score here, now they're up 2 touchdowns and you're still playing catch-up. If you can stop them here, you get the ball back after halftime, you can tie it up. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, this has been, and that's the nature of the game. Whenever you got a close score as we do here, it's only 1 score away from a tie or 1 score away from going up 2 touchdowns. Skripak gets the snap. Back to pass again over to the right side. Looks like he passed it over to Lindstrom. Lindstrom makes a couple moves. He gets out of bounds. So nice little first down throw for the Raiders with very minimal time taken off the clock, and now at a minute 14.
Yeah, and he's down to the 20, so that was a gain of 6.
Gain of 6 here.
Key first down play there to get a big chunk of yards. Now you're knocking on the door at the red zone.
Now if you're Poland here, on the pass end, a lot of things that you could talk about in the locker room. I mean, in high school, you're able to talk for quite a long time and to make adjustments at halftime. And I feel like I know exactly what they're talking about. It's going to be coverage. Skripak, shotgun formation. Gets the snap. Hands it off to Dominguez. Dominguez keeps his feet moving. He's up to the 15. Goes all the way to the 12. And he gets the first down and a little bit more, and the clock is stopped. And they're going to have to either get up to the line of scrimmage if they want to go. They have the time. With how long they're going. They're only about 14 yards to go to get into the end zone.
And they're up there. Look at them with the hurry up. He knows the next play. Clock's running.
Same thing for Skripek. Gets the snap, back to pass, looking towards the side. Gives it to Dominguez. Dominguez up to the 10, moving up to the 5, moving his feet still. Finally brought down near the 2-yard line with 51 seconds left. It's another first down, but now it's first down and goal.
And he got him out of the backfield and just did that little pop pass.
And the ball near the 1-yard line here. I'm sure they're going to probably go back to the run, but they've had so much success with the pass.
And now here's the thing with 40 seconds to go here, Anthony, and you are 20 seconds to go on the play clock, and you got all your timeouts. I think you milk this thing. I really do. You know, you can't score too fast.
He's going to go for it anyways. Dominguez doesn't get the ball. It's Skripek, and Skripek goes into the end zone for 2 yards out. That'll be a touchdown, Raiders.
And a good play action there from Skripek as he was able to feed that into the belly of Dylan and read. And two guys crashed down on Dylan. He pulled it out and popped it in himself. So
and now for the extra point attempt. I mean, you can't categorize it any better with under 3 minutes here of what you wanted to do. They had kind of their way with the passing game that got them all the way down there, and Skripek was able to finish it off with a 2-yard run. Snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So back go the Raiders with 2 scores up with 23 seconds. What will we see from the Bulldogs when they get the ball back? We'll be back after a quick word. Don't go anywhere.
Your teams work hard and give it all they've got. Well, so does ours, because 21 Sports and YSN give you extra effort when covering local sports. 21 Sports and YSN, winning coverage of our Valley's teams.
Planning a project around your home or rental property? Trust the electrical service to the local experts with 62 years of serving the Mahoning Valley. Joe Dickey Electric is your local go-to source for responsive, reliable residential electrical work. From everyday maintenance and repairs to new installations, electrical upgrades, and safety inspections, no job is too big or too small. Call Joe Dickey Electric today, 800-549-3976, or visit DickeyElectric.com. That's DickeyElectric.com.
Dealing with Medicare can be confusing and overwhelming. That's why here at Myers Family Insurance, we do our best to give you honest and caring answers to all of your questions. Family, like Medicare, isn't always perfect, but when you put others first, the results can be amazing.
Back here for the final 23 seconds until halftime. 2-yard touchdown run by Skripek gets the South Range Raiders back up 2 touchdowns. Now the score 21-7. And waiting for the kickoff. Approaches away, and it's a low line kick near the 38-yard line, brought down by a Poland player. And that's where Poland will take over. They got about 60 yards to go. Do you think about maybe getting in position for a field goal or trying to go for it here? You got 21. You want to give one attempt.
I agree. You have one timeout. You know, can you get something maybe over the middle to get you on the other side of the 50, you know, get around that, you know, the big P that's in the middle of your field there and try to get somewhere around there and give yourself a shot for a couple deep attempts, you know, or do you run out here and just take a knee? I can't get
a beat on
and
exactly what they're just going to take a knee.
Yep, look at that.
Well, they take one knee to go in at halftime and make some adjustments here, and maybe they're in need of that.
Officials are calling a little
having a little bit of a conference call here. Can't tell if it's go-to meeting or looks like they're resetting the play clock is what they said out loud. I don't know if they mean the game clock. And that's taking care of his play clock.
Yep, and
Fulton gets the knee, and that'll end our half. And we will see during our halftime show here 2 marching bands, very well known in the area, including the South Range Raider Marching Band, will start us off. So we'll hear them during halftime, and when we come back from halftime, we'll have more action. And now we'll hear from the Poland Marching Band for our halftime here, for the second portion of our halftime, with 10 minutes and 20 seconds left. And there you have it, folks, the Poland Marching Band as well as the South Range Raiders Marching Band. And we'll be back after about 4 minutes or so. We have both teams still taking the field here, and they're going to warm up, and then we'll have the kickoff. It'll be Poland's ball first here on YSN.
New things happen all day. Some are good, some not so good. In today's complicated world, while you're busy working, playing, and living life, we're busy helping you make sense of the day's news. And there's only one place where it comes together with clarity, context, and accountability. It's 21 News at 6 with me, Madison Tromler, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 6. It's what the day's news really means to you.
Welcome home to a home made homier with Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods. Inspiration starts at BairdBrothers.com and is turned into reality when high-quality hardwoods are delivered right to your home. Baird Brothers has the latest design trends, shiplap and skinny lap interior siding, antique oak rustic flooring, and, well, you'll find them all at BairdBrothers.com. Ordered easily, delivered conveniently, enjoyed comfortably. BairdBrothers.com.
At Greenwood Chevrolet, shop with confidence knowing we're ready to go the extra mile for you. With the largest selection of used vehicles in the Valley, backed by the Greenwood Advantage Warranty. Every one of our vehicles has undergone our own 126-point inspection, so it passes the most important inspection, yours. No other dealership has the extra inventory, gives you extra for your trade, and goes the extra mile for you. Only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
WRS Wealth Advisors, the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists. Located on South Avenue in Boardman.
Quality, customer service, and integrity. Those are the 4 words that have driven our success since 1957 at Joe Dickey Electric.
Joe Dickey Electric is one Mahoning Valley landmark business that stays current with the requirements of our customers. Family owned and managed, we are an electrical contractor and energy solutions provider. Every member of our team adds to his or her skill set through ongoing training. Residential, commercial, industrial, automotive, and more. We keep ahead of the needs of our customers with a fleet of more than 50 vehicles and 24/7 emergency service, so you're never left in the dark.
Every customer has a story, and at Greenwood Chevrolet, we are committed to making sure it ends with you in the right vehicle. I get to be part of somebody's adventure, whether it's buying a car for the first time, helping them get approved, or finding the perfect car for their budget. I'm proud that people trust me with their finances. They trust me to take care of them, and they trust me with their story. I'm Tracy, and I'm ready to go the extra mile for you, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
Working with your family can be stressful at times, but because they're family, you know that you're going to get a loving, honest answer, even when things don't make sense, to any problem. Dealing with Medicare can be confusing and overwhelming. That's why here at Myers Family Insurance, we do our best to give you honest and caring answers to all of your questions. Family, like Medicare, isn't always perfect, but when you put others first, the results can be amazing.
For all your Medicare needs, call Myers Family Insurance.
It's storm season.
I think we're under the gun for some heavy storms over the next couple of hours.
And Storm Tracker 21 is ready.
This is probably the one we're keeping a closer eye on.
On air.
And locally, we're going to have a lot of eyes on our area.
Online.
All right, let's talk high-risk futurecast and the timing of this weather.
On social media and on our app.
Notice we'll have scattered showers on Thursday.
Stay ready with Storm Tracker 21.
The severe weather threat now through around sunset this evening.
Hi, this is Tommy Clem, owner of WRS Insurance Solutions.
WRS Insurance Solutions is a local, independent agency that specializes in life, Medicare, long-term care, and disability products. Call us at 330-953-3722 or visit us at wrsinsuranceSolutions.com to learn more.
Good luck to all the student athletes in the Valley.
Hi, I'm Colin Chupa.
And we'll hear more from Colin Chupa in the K-Squared Marketing Group, but back to the action for the start of the third quarter. South Range 21, Poland 7. Anthony Malone alongside my color commentator, Paul Munson. Paul, it's been a very run-heavy game, but it's been really the Raiders having their way on offense.
Absolutely. I mean, the drives they've had the ball 4 times, 3 of them for scores. 1, they shot themselves in their own foot on a bad snap that stopped that drive. That was a drive that Poland went down and scored. So now you got to sit there and what are the halftime adjustments? Can Coach Pavlansky and his team get together and be able to stop South Range when they get the ball? And can you score right now?
Ball caught at the 20-yard line, goes out of bounds. I think that's number 13. That's Matteo Melone. And he gets a decent little pickup there, and that's where the Poland Bulldogs will start off. And here's the kind of the tail of the tape here. Total offensive yards by both teams. South Range.
Let me guess.
Well, I'll do it this way. Poland 98.
98.
South Range 232.
I was gonna say close to 300.
And that's pretty darn. I mean, that's a very dominant first half.
Wow.
For the Raiders on offense.
3 times what the other team's doing.
So that's, I mean, you just got to get things going on offense for the Bulldogs. Easier said than done, but you got to execute it right here with the ball back in your hands to get this back to a 1-score game. 1st and 10 for Jack Fulton. Gets the snap, fakes the pass back to running it, and he goes near the defensive line, maybe gets about a yard or 2, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I mean, he just ran that ball right into the teeth of that Raider defense, and, I mean, they're going to give him maybe a half a yard.
Jack Fulton right now is 6 carries for 26 yards before that carry. So he's actually averaging about almost 4.5 yards
every
per
time
run.
He runs.
But in that case, only 1 yard gain, 2nd and 9. It's also been 2 of 4 so far, 13 yards passing. So another thing that supplements the run is the pass. But sending a man in motion, Fulton fakes the handoff. He'll run the ball himself. Moving up to the 30, 35, finally brought down near the 37-yard line. It's going to be close, but it doesn't look like it'll be enough for a first down yet.
He was able to sidestep that first guy that got in the backfield. I mean, because that could have been a decent loss there for them, and he was able to sidestep him, get out of the way, and get a gain of about 8 yards.
Back up to the line of scrimmage, 3rd and 1, and they push forward. He gets the first down and just a pinch more. And he keeps going. Wow, he got a really good little surge at the end of that play, and it gets him past the 40-yard line.
Popped out of there.
1st and 10 for the Bulldogs.
So this is what they needed to do. They needed to come out here, some adjustments at halftime by Coach Pavlansky. Hey, guys, listen, we've had some success on the ground. Let's go. Let's get up there. Let's get in those gaps. South Range still in the 3-down linemen.
I get a sense that the uptick in tempo, too, is something to their liking, or they at least saw something in the first half that allowed them to gain more yards in that fashion. And makes the handoff back to pass. Play action play for Fulton. Fulton's going to run the ball up to the 50. Cut in, back to the 40. Finally brought down near the 35-yard line. Tackled by number 28 of the Raiders. But first down, nevertheless, tackled by Starkey.
He was looking to go deep. And I apologize about my camera work there real quick. He caught me quick and had a man getting pushed. Almost had him in the backfield. He worked around it and took off, and here we are.
Back to the line of scrimmage go the Bulldogs. 1st and 10 now at the 35 of the Raiders. Fulton. He gets the snap. I don't think he wanted it yet. And it was a great job by the Raiders moving by the ball.
Bailey Ryan, number 61, big man in the middle. Yeah, that was odd there.
It almost felt like they were doing it on a certain cadence, and only the center and Jack Fulton knew exactly what they wanted to do, but
they're
some
sending him
miscommunication.
off. Head referee is sending Fulton off the field. They're saying he bumped his head. I mean, he did hit the ground kind of hard as he got taken down, so they're saying, get him out of here for a play at least. Get him checked.
Now it's an issue here. They have the play clock with 25 seconds, and it's 2nd down. You need a QB. And they'll take the timeout early, and that's not what they wanted to do, but it's what they must do.
And that's the thing, that might save them, because if he gets cleared, if I'm not mistaken, if I know this rule correctly, if they take the timeout and he goes to the sidelines and gets checked out, and the doctor says, okay, you're fine, he can come back in, because now you either have to take that timeout or he sits out one play. But now, like you said, though, you've used that timeout so early.
Yeah.
I mean,
and it's not at a time where you were willing to do so when you're down 2 touchdowns.
No, you just took a big loss there. You lost about 4 yards, 5 yards. They're going to say 5, looks about 4. And you've got 9:45 on the clock left in the 3rd quarter still. And now you've used that timeout. Now you've got 2 for the rest of the game.
We'll be back after a quick word with our TV timeout with the score 21-7 Raiders with 9:46 left in our third quarter.
Every customer has a story, and at Greenwood Chevrolet, we are committed to making sure it ends with you in the right vehicle. I get to be part of somebody's adventure, whether it's buying a car for the first time, helping them get approved, or finding the perfect car for their budget. I'm proud that people trust me with their finances. They trust me to take care of them, and they trust me with their story. I'm Tracy, and I'm ready to go the extra mile for you, only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
Growing up, I love figuring out how things work, putting things together. I love being able to come up with an idea, design it, just the whole process of creating things. I go to school here at Youngstown State, and my passion is 3D design. I chose YSU because all the equipment, the research being done here, it's like a playground for me. I'm Alex, and I'm Y and proud.
Back here at Dave Pavlansky Field with the score 21-7. Jack Fulton not in the game here. We'll see. It looks like it might be Colosimo, who did throw the ball a few times, and it is.
Yep.
Colosimo back at quarterback. And Colosimo gets a snap. He'll run the ball himself. He's running out to the left side. He's got some running room. Moves up to the 40, past the 40 down to the 35-yard line. And that'll be a decent gain on the play by Colosimo, moving up to the 35-yard line for third down. And
here comes Fulton.
In comes Fulton.
He's back in there now. So Colosimo, from that first opening drive on defense, his lower body's hurting him.
Yep.
I want to say it looks like it's his left leg. Could be his ankle or a knee. And you can see on his left leg, he's got like a sleeve or something on that left leg the whole time.
And you can see he's definitely favoring it.
Yeah, he's gimping pretty bad.
Tough 10 yards to go for the Bulldogs. Fulton gets the snap, back to pass, looking to the right side, look for an out route. He gets the pass over, and it's not going to be enough for a first down, but it will cut the difference. That is Cole Fulton on the catch. I was wondering who they were going to put in at quarterback because we had seen Colosimo play quarterback a little bit here and there last season towards the end of the season.
So here's a 4th and 5 on the 30-yard line.
Fulton's back in, and you kind of, it is going to be definitely, with the score being what it is, you have 5 yards to go. You're moving the ball relatively smoothly, but many miscues can be very costly here for the Bulldogs. Shotgun formation for Fulton. Gets the snap back to pass, looking towards the left side. Makes a couple moves. He's got all the running room that he needs. Moves up to the 20. And finally goes out of bounds near the 17-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs within the red zone.
And that was just a great play there. Like he had the pocket kind of started to disintegrate on him around the edges, and he just stepped forward. Didn't see anybody open and said, I got these 5 yards, boys. Here we go.
And we've seen that a couple times from Fulton even this year. It's a couple 3-step drop. If it's not there, just go ahead and run it, which seems to be his comfort zone. He's not afraid to throw it, but he will be able to take a good chunk of yardage if he's able to run it. Shotgun formation, one wide receiver each side. Fulton going to run it again. And he's quickly bottled up by number 44.
That's Remish.
Tyler Remish. Again, getting a player in the back there for a loss. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Remish just knifing through there as he read that the whole way. He's that middle linebacker, what they say, the Mike linebacker.
Yep.
And he read that and got through the gap and made that stop in the backfield. So a loss of 5.
I was going to welcome in Mike Gackelson and the rest of the audible call where the ball is located at, but he at the 23-yard line. Don't leave us just yet, Michael.
Yeah,
but with Fulton, you could see what he was trying to do there, but I think if you rely on it too heavily, South Range can really make adjustments as they did right there. Shotgun formation for Fulton. Gets the ball back to pass, looking towards the right side for a screen pass with Don Parker. Don Parker makes a move, moving up to the 15-yard line, the 10, the 5. He goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Missed tackle there in the backfield. Couldn't see who that was that came through, but it was one-on-one.
From 22 yards out goes Don Parker with 7:18 left in our third quarter.
And that's one of those plays right there where both men are trying to win that. On a one-on-one, the defensive guy is trying to win that. Like, listen, it's me and you. I make the tackle here. This is great. The offensive guy is going, I got one guy to beat. I beat this guy, I got something good. And sure enough, he did. And the
extra point is good. And with that, we have a score now down to 1 touchdown lead for the Raiders. 21-14, 7:18 left in our third quarter.
And that's exactly.
New things happen all day. Some are good, some not so good. In today's complicated world, while you're busy working, playing, and living life, we're busy helping you make sense of the day's news. And there's only one place where it comes together with clarity, context, and accountability. It's 21 News at 6 with me, Madison Tromler, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 6. It's what the day's news really means to you.
Welcome home to a home made homier with Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods. Inspiration starts at BairdBrothers.com and is turned into reality when high-quality hardwoods are delivered right to your home. Baird Brothers has the latest design trends, shiplap and skinny lap interior siding, antique oak rustic flooring. And, well, you'll find them all at BairdBrothers.com. Ordered easily, delivered conveniently, enjoyed comfortably. BairdBrothers.com.
Back here at Dave Pavlansky Field with the score 21-14 after a 22-yard touchdown pass to Parker by Fulton. Makes this game a 14-21 lead for the Raiders, who's getting the ball back momentarily.
Yeah, and that was a big drive there for Poland. I mean, South Range had a couple chances to stop them on some big third downs, and Poland needed to cut this thing back in half to a 1-touchdown lead. And now let's see what defensive adjustments were made. Offensively, they did exactly what they wanted to do. They wanted to get out there and prove, listen, we can run this ball, and if we need to pass every now and then, we can make that happen, and we can go down the field on the Raiders right now. Now the question is, can you stop them?
Looks like Bobby's coming in to actually kick this ball away, trying to get the number of. Are we going to?
Looks like 86.
86.
And he's been the kickoff man, and 99's been the extra point kicker. So they got two different kickers.
And this kicker is not. It's lined up possibly for an onside. And it goes out of bounds. It'll be beautiful field position. It was a little worrisome whenever they let it go there because it caught a little bit of air, but not terribly.
Yeah, if that thing checks up and stays in the field of play, you're in some trouble. But it went out of bounds, so that Raiders will start at the 35.
1st and 10 for the Raiders, and first time getting the ball here in the third quarter. I'll tell you, with that last possession by Poland, we went from 4th and 5 to getting in the end zone because it was a little dire at one point, but they found a way to get into the end zone. But now it's time for the Raiders back on offense. Will they still go back to the pass, which it seemed like they had some opportunities in that second quarter to really move the ball, just passing the ball, which is not something they traditionally do.
No. South Range is usually a power run team.
Skripak hands the ball off to the man in motion. Running around to the 40, 45, 50 with all the running room. 46 finally going out near the 43-yard line. That
Connor
looks
Jones.
like Jones with the 1st and 10 for the Raiders. That was one of those things where it was a slow developing play, but once it did, he had all the space and acceleration that he needed to cut that corner, not only get the first down, but a little bit more.
Absolutely. That outside contained, Poland just couldn't get there quick enough to get him to the sidelines, and he just found that little lane, and away he went.
Skripak shotgun formation. Gets the snap. Fakes the handoff. He'll keep the ball, and Colosimo's just hanging on to him with a host of other Poland Bulldogs stopping him near the 40-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd down. And Colosimo
still, look, he's
coming up a little ginger.
Yeah, he is. He is laboring to get up.
He was the first man to make contact, but he had to hang on. He kind of, that when you're the first person to touch someone after about 4 yards, it's going to be a little fast.
Yeah, he's coming at you with some gusto.
2nd and 6 at the 40-yard line. Skripak with 2 men in the backfield with him. Sends a man in motion. He gets the snap, hands it off. Dominguez looking for a running lane.
That was Jones.
Jones again. Tripped me up with the numbers.
Let's see, they're going to put him at the 36.
Kind of cutting out. It looks like that's a pretty decent gain up to about the 36-yard line. That's correct. And very manageable third down for the Raiders.
Yeah, about a 3rd and 2 here. All right, I'm a betting man.
Okay.
I think 34 gets this one.
Okay, it's been a while. We haven't called his name in the early going of this third quarter.
It's time to give it to the power horse.
2 yards to go for a first down. Strip pack, and you are correct. And he gets it past the first down and a little bit more. He finally is tackled near the 29-yard line. First down, Raiders.
Man, he stretches that thing out, and then you just see he's able to plant his foot, and when he sees that little gap, it's like right there, and he shoots through there. I mean, he only needed like 2 or 3, and he got 6.
Very efficient runner so far in this game. Going into the third quarter, he already had 82 yards, so he's getting close to 100 already. Skripek hands the ball off. No, he keeps it. And he's bottled up by a few defenders of Poland. Some of the defensive line just stayed home. Yep. One of those read plays where you probably should give that ball because there's clearly 2 defenders right in your face, but it happens quick for that quarterback. And unfortunately, he hung on to the ball, and he lost about a yard on the play.
Yeah, he did. It's going to be a 2nd and 11 now, and the ball's right on the 30-yard line. So it was, and it looked like, too, if he lets him keep that ball, he's got outside to at least get a couple more yards. But there's 2 guys right in the middle said, hello, Billy.
It's not 100% every single time when you either handed the ball off or not in an option play, but he's going to pass this ball over to Lindstrom. Lindstrom makes a couple moves. Up towards the 21-yard line, flag thrown right at the tackle.
Face mask.
And
Gotta be.
Dylan Smith is where the flag was thrown in the vicinity of.
Just the way that was coming down, with 2 guys bringing him down, it looks like that was going to be it. Yep, face mask.
Yeah, it will be.
Against the Bulldogs, and that's going to push the Raiders inside the red zone for sure.
Just trying to. And this, of course, is the larger variety.
Yeah.
As he continues into the red zone and beyond, down to near the 11-yard line.
And you know, that might be one of those things where his short stature is a benefit to him.
Yeah.
Because you're down there, if you're a bigger guy trying to wrap him up, you know that his face mask is right about where your hands are.
Bunch formation to the right, 3 wide receivers. Strip check. Gives the ball to Dominguez. Dominguez up to the 5, pushing forward, gets near the 2-yard line, goes out of bounds, but that might be close to another first down, depending on where they mark that ball.
And you know what's crazy is he went out of bounds, but they kept their arms winding. So, I mean, the clock's running. He went out of bounds clearly.
I'm trying to see if I can see a replay here, if he might have touched his knee down in bounds, potentially, but I don't remember recalling seeing any of that.
I didn't really even see him fall.
I think these referees have some dinner reservations that we don't know about.
They want to go, but Raiders now have a 2nd and 1.
The 3-yard line. Script check. Hands the ball off to Dominguez. Dominguez looking for a running lane. He'll go into the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders.
Another touchdown for Dylan Dominguez. He was able to make the turn that time on the corner and cross that pylon, and Raiders back to a 2-touchdown lead. And again, this is one of those things that you get down early and you can't stop an offense. Now all of a sudden you're playing catch up the whole night.
Yeah, and looking for the extra point here. That's his 3rd touchdown of the night already. Snap is down, kick is up. And a flag thrown from the end zone.
I'm going to bet where that was thrown, that's probably a guy trying to jump over the pile. And if I'm not mistaken, that's a personal foul.
And
I think it's assessed on the kickoff.
It might be.
Because you can't line up over the center and, like, jump over them.
And they're talking about it. We're going to get the call here. Giving the signal yet if it was good. Well, it wasn't.
It was
in fact, a good field goal there. And it does look like that is going to be personal foul is called, so you are 100% correct, partner. But for Poland.
And it's assessed on the kickoff. So now.
For Poland, the worst gets worse.
And the thing is here now, you got to, if you're Starkey, so instead of kicking what, from the 40, Is that where they kick off from?
I believe it's actually where right at the 40 at that X marks the spot.
So now you move up.
To about the 50-yard line.
You might move
maybe
to the
even
other
more.
45. If it's a 15-yard penalty.
And they're going to assess it, yep.
I mean, this is going to be, yeah, we're going to be at the 45. So now here, if you're Starkey, if you're the special teams coach, I'm telling him, get this thing in the end zone.
Yeah.
Like he hasn't been doing that lately because he's been kicking off from the 40 and you're kind of squibbing it and doing that. No, get this thing and pin it in the end zone because now they're going to start at the 20.
Yeah.
You're really going to put them behind the 8 ball.
Now, if you're willing to, I mean, if you know that you can stab the ball near the 10, 5-yard line and get down there, because look at the traffic that they need to go through. They got 45 yards to get into near the end zone if they want to go all the way that far. It just depends on, I haven't seen, of course, Starkey kick the ball outside of today's game, and so we'll see here.
I'm laughing. I got the coaching staff for South Range up here next to me, and I'm telling them, kick it in the end zone. They're like, well, we'll see if his leg's strong enough.
You're one of the leading hecklers there, Paul.
Yeah. You know, kick this thing deep, Starkey. Let's go, kid.
He gets under it, and he's going to pin it towards the 10, and I don't know why he did that.
He touched it. Wow. Wow.
That was touched by number 7. That's Alex D'Angelo. If he would have just let that go,
it was going out of bounds.
It was going to go out of bounds. It would have been a penalty, but because he touched the ball, it goes out near the 9-yard line. So it's been a tough ending of this quarter for the Bulldogs. This last 5 minutes, and if I'm Coach Pavlansky, I'm talking to my team. Hey, listen, we need to execute here. We scored on the last drive.
Yeah.
We came out of the locker room and we had the score. We got to do it again, and then we got to do a lot more. We need to play better in this scenario.
Yeah, that's just heads-up play there. Like, you got to think, don't touch this ball. As hard as he kicked it, worst-case scenario, Anthony, is he kicks it through the end zone, and you get it at the 20.
Yep.
Best-case scenario, you kick it out of bounds, and you get it at the 35. But this was worst-case scenario. You touched it at the 9, and you go out of bounds.
Yeah, and with that, Fulton, shotgun formation, gets the snap, hands the ball off, and some running lanes for Dylan Smith, who's had some luck with running the ball in that second quarter. Really helped them to get them on the board. Gives them a beautiful first down run, but they're going to have to do it the long way.
Yeah, I mean, they're getting some good chunks there. They're doing exactly what you said earlier, is get to the line quick and get in the end zone, get through that gap.
Is there going to be a penalty against South Range here? And that's going to move them even further. It looks to be about a 5-yard penalty. Move them up to about the 22-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. So with that, Poland, I mean, that's how you got to start this drive off here.
Yeah, catch some breaks. Catch some breaks. A penalty there by South Range gives them an automatic first down. Now the ball's out to the 22-yard line.
Fulton hands the ball back off to Dylan Smith. Dylan Smith pushing forward, driving his feet all the way down to close to the 29-yard line, 2nd down.
He is getting through that first wave of guys and getting to the secondary, and that's where he needs to get some good. I mean, look, he got 7 yards out of that run.
Certainly been one of the guys that when you hand the ball off to, he seems to be getting some productivity around the 5 to 7 yards each time he touches the ball. Ball at the 29-yard line, 2nd and 3 with 3 minutes and 19 seconds. Taking their time to 10 seconds on the play clock. Fulton sends a man in motion. Fakes the handoff back to pass is Fulton. Throwing it towards an out route, but it falls incomplete. And I'll bring up a 3rd down for Fulton and the Bulldogs.
Intended for, looks like number 5? 5 or 9. I can't tell until he turns. Number 5.
Tell you, he looked like he was just kind of rushed. He didn't really have his feet in the motion that you needed to complete that pass, and it kind of overshot.
Man coming back, smart on the receiver, come back. I mean, he would have caught that at about the 40. So.
But it falls now 3rd and 3. Fulton under center hands the ball off to Dylan Smith. Dylan Smith pushes forward. He gets the first down and a little bit more. And the Bulldogs continue this drive.
And that's what they needed. You only need 3 yards. Listen, go get it. Grind it out. Get it the hard way. And now set yourself up because, clock is not your friend right now. You need to score, and you need to get another score here, I'd say this quarter for sure. And speaking of scoring, Springfield 49-0 over Middle Ridge. Wow. 2 minutes to go in the third.
Well, they certainly turned it on from the early going of the season there where they had some difficulties finding out what they wanted to do, but that doesn't seem like that's the case any longer. Fulton gets the snap, and he's just trying to find a running lane on first down. He's going to be gobbled up by a couple of Raiders. Maybe a loss of 1. It'll bring up second down.
Yeah, he was doing some dancing around back there and just couldn't find a hole. Actually going to...
Looks like he might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, so it'll bring 2nd and 10.
So running some different personnel on the field out there.
Back to the line of scrimmage go the Bulldogs. And we kind of see, they were kind of taking their time a little bit, and now they're kind of changing the pace again.
Yeah, they're going back to run to the line, get to play, and go back to the line. And where this hurts is, being a former lineman myself, is.
And they got to get this ball off, and they finally do. It's down to 1 second on the play clock, but it's going to be a handoff. It's going to find some running room. Up to the 50, finally going out of bounds.
Fulton on the keeper. Wow.
And Fulton has fooled me over the past 3 years. Every once in a while, when he goes with a handoff or pretends to hand the ball off with a nice little fake, he gets me. And this time he did. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs in the Raiders' territory.
He kind of faked that pitch option and then all of a sudden just planted his foot and up the field he went. And like you said, they got really close to getting a delay of game penalty there.
Sends the man in motion. That looks like Cole Fulton. Cole Fulton gets the handoff. He's going to run around the end, pick up a decent gain on the play of about maybe, looks like he's going to split the difference, maybe 4 to 5 yards, 2nd down.
So they're finding something right now in those running lanes to take advantage of South Range's defense and march down the field. But again, we're at a minute and a half. They are inside the 40 at the 39, but this is where they need to pick it up.
It reminds me of a strategy to help wear down fast defenses. If your defense is tired out by running constantly, you'll then be able to do some other things on offense. And he sends a man in motion, doesn't take it this time. Fulton right down the middle, gets tackled by number 15. I believe that's Landon Moore potentially.
Yeah, Landon Moore, and the snap kind of got bobbled there, so it threw his timing off a little bit, and he kind of got stuck. So that was, he still got a gain out of it, but the play didn't fully develop. But where I was going earlier with these guys running up to the line, trying to call an offensive play and then taking their time, again, being a former lineman, they're not standing up or anything. They're still down in their three-point stances.
It's believable enough.
And, it wears on your linemen. They're going to get tired.
Fulton gets the snap, hands it off to Dylan Smith. Dylan Smith running around the left side. He goes up to the 25. Finally brought out near the 20-yard line. Dylan Smith moving this offense for the Poland Bulldogs. That's going to be a 1st down right at the 20. They're in the red zone.
And where I'm going with that is those guys staying down there that long, what happens is, and what can happen, the later you get. We're about 40 seconds away from getting to the fourth quarter. Come the fourth quarter, those guys are tired, and next thing you know, as they're sitting there, they might move.
Yeah.
They're trying, their legs are shaking, and now all of a sudden, they move or something, and now here comes a penalty.
Fulton gets the snap, fakes the pass. He's going to run it himself. Moving to the left side, up to the 15. He takes a nice little move. He gets into the end zone. After blowing through a tackle, he'll go to the end zone. Touchdown, 20 yards by Jack Fulton.
Missing that tackle on the outside there was Zins, one of the seniors on this team, fighting for the quarterback position earlier in the year.
And you just saw it, Fulton just kind of will his way into the end zone after getting through this tackle here. And you can kind of see, and just in the replays that we have available, he just lowered his shoulder right around the 11-yard line and ran the rest of the way in.
Zins just got run over there.
Snap is low, kick is up, and the kick is good. That was a dangerous one, but it does nevertheless go in. And with the score, 28-21, we're back to a one-score game. Don't go anywhere. We're back in Poland, Ohio after a word from the Purple Cat.
Jimmy Sutton here, director of IO Purple Cat and Golden String. We are happy to support YSN and two of my favorite people, Scotty Mincher and Super Dave O'Malley. We are an agency that provides services for adults with disabilities. We infuse humor, passion, and joy into their lives. If If you know of any folks with disabilities that need our assistance, please contact us.
Coca's Pizza, proud to announce our pizza buffet is back every Wednesday at our Boardman and Campfield locations. Adults only $7.99 and kids only $4.99, and $2 beers starting at 8 o'clock. That's Coca's Pizza. We serve it hot.
At Greenwood Chevrolet, shop with confidence knowing we're ready to go the extra mile for you. With the largest selection of used vehicles in the Valley, backed by the Greenwood Advantage Warranty. Only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
And we're back here at Poland High School with the score 21-28. After a nice little run by Jack Fulton from 20 yards out. I don't know how many times I've said that before, but it gets another one here for his team. That is his second touchdown run of the game. He had an earlier touchdown pass to Dom Parker. So he's willing his team, as we've talked about at the early going before the game even started. We're going to hear his name a lot. And so far, he's assisted with 21 touchdown points in some fashion. Another onside kick. Jumped on, and the ball's still loose, and it's still running up to the floor.
And you can't advance that.
But it's still going to be his ball. And we're going to get a little bit of a talk here by the referees, but it should still nevertheless be Poland ball at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, that thing went right through Dean DePizzo's hands. Number 19, he tried to catch it, and it just shot right down between his legs, and Johnny on the spot for one of the Bulldogs grabbed that ball. So this is big right here because, listen, South Range has not stopped Poland the last two possessions after the half. So the adjustments right now were made on a positive note for Poland. They said, listen, we're going to go with what we know we can do, and let's run on these guys right now. And that's what they've done.
And Poland has not been in this situation yet where they've had the ball back only down a touchdown. So this is their first opportunity to feel this momentum. Fulton sends a man in motion. It's Cole. He's going to keep it himself. Running down the middle. Going to pick up a gain of maybe about 4 yards, about probably 3. Second down.
And, that's our first turnover.
Yeah.
That's considered a turnover, so that's our first turnover tonight. We haven't seen any fumbles, interceptions, anything like that, and is that a key to the game right here?
It's absolutely is. For those that have listened in on my broadcast in the past, I always talk about, and it's 6 seconds left, and it'll end our quarter. I always talk about penalties, turnovers, special teams. You want to talk about 3 things that are pivotal outside of offense and defense. Those are going to be it.
Yeah, and Poland right now, they've had some bad penalties that kind of put them behind the 8 ball, and now all of a sudden, like you talked about some momentum, it swung their way. And you can kind of feel that a little bit. They've just scored. They get the ball back now, and now can you go down and tie this game up and get back into this and now say, listen, now we're ready. This is one of those, you call these the heavyweight fights, and you've got these two boxers in there, 2 teams just duking it out, and Poland's been taking the punch, and they've been staggered back a little bit on the ropes here and there. They fought back and thrown a big punch back at South Range, and South Range just keeps going. But now, Poland threw the punch, got their legs wobbly, and they're trying to throw another punch to get them to get a standing 8 count here to get right back in this.
We'll take a momentary break here before the start of our fourth quarter with the score 28-21. Poland's got the ball. It's getting interesting here in Poland.
Hi, I'm Colin Chupa. And I'm Kelsey Clem from K-Squared Marketing. Our boutique marketing firm specializes in media planning and buying, public relations, event marketing strategies, and strategic sponsorships. We can integrate our services with your existing game plan, or we can be your entire marketing team. Your goals, our game plan. Let's win together. Call K-Squared Marketing at 330-623-2730 or visit ksquared.marketing to learn more.
WRS Wealth Advisors, the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists. Located on South Avenue in Boardman.
Coca's Pizza, proud to announce our pizza buffet is back every Wednesday at our Boardman and Campfield locations. Adults only $7.99 and kids only $4.99, and $2 beers starting at 8 o'clock. That's Coca's Pizza. We serve it hot.
We're back for the start of our fourth quarter. 28-21. South Range with the lead. Poland with the ball.
Yeah, that onside kick.
We'll probably talk about it all tomorrow and throughout the rest of the week about getting that hands team in there in those occasions.
Yeah, I mean, then this is one of those things, like, they come back to tie this thing up and even win in the end of this thing. That is the play. That is the play that turned this thing around.
Fulton gets the snap. He's going to run it himself. Past the 40, up to the 35. 30 still on his feet is Fulton. Gets the first down and a lot more. Not only are they in the territory of South Range, but they're going quite a ways through.
He is able to sidestep those guys diving at his legs so easily. Because honestly, Anthony, he should have been stopped back here inside the 40.
He was initially touched in the 40. Back up to the line of scrimmage. Under center goes Fulton. Fulton going to check the sidelines. One of the most experienced players on the field regardless of teams. Of course, we talk about Dominguez, but Fulton's this is his third year as a starting quarterback for Poland. And we got 8 seconds left on the play clock. He gets the snap. Hands it off to Dom Parker. Dom Parker making a couple moves. Tough man to bring down. Finally brought down near the 24, 25-yard line, second down.
Yeah, and they're just right now, they've found their groove. Final score from Springfield, 55-7. Tigers beating up on Ridge.
It's a big win for for Springfield in general, just in the overall amount of points.
Yeah. I mean, they're taking care of business now.
2nd and 6. Fulton sends Cole Fulton in motion, gives the ball to Cole Fulton. Cole Fulton is tackled in the back by none other than Remish.
When he's got a chance to run downhill and downhill fast and get through that gap. No, actually, that was Dominguez.
Excuse me.
34.
I saw a 4.
Yeah.
And thought otherwise.
Well, I mean, it's
my apologies to Dominguez.
It's correct to think, both those guys got some wheels and the slice back there, and now you're looking at a 3rd and 11.
3rd and 11 now. Ball on the 30-yard line.
This is 4-play territory all day long. 4-down territory, sorry.
Shotgun formation for Fulton. Gets the snap. Back to pass. Looking down the middle of the field. Finds a man. We'll see if it's a completed catch, and it is. That brings up looks to be a first down for the Bulldogs.
And, the Bulldogs are just looking for some matchups there. And Shane Lindstrom right now is out there playing a DB, and he is at a disadvantage when he's lined up with one of those receivers because, again, we talked earlier, Shane's only about 5'8", 5'9", and those receivers are a good
6'4" Ross Dita.
Yeah. So now you're lined up, and that's a favorable matchup for Poland. Like, just throw that ball where he can catch it.
1st 10 at the 18-yard line. Fulton fakes the handoff. Almost a collision in the backfield by 2 running backs, but Fulton's able to evade that, get a couple yards on the carry, 2nd down.
Yeah, it looked like there was maybe a little miscommunication there and just a...
Well, there's a man in motion, and then the running back went forward right into him.
But, I mean, you get 4 yards out of it. 2nd and 6
Luckily, the
now.
ball was snapped when that happened. Under center goes Fulton. They're going to look to the sideline. 2 men lined up in the backfield with him. Looks like that might be Colosimo and Dom Parker. Fulton gets the snap, hands off to Parker. Parker running down the left side. Going to be caught up by none other than Remish.
That one's Remish right there.
And it brings up 3rd and about 5. So this will be an interesting 3rd down for both teams.
Well, I mean, listen, this is 4-down territory. You got to go for this.
What's a field goal give you when you're under 10 minutes to play in a game?
And you've yet to get South Range off the field offensively, except for the one drive. And again, when they shot themselves in the foot because they had the bad snap. Other than that, South Range just went down every single time. So right now you've got 2 plays in your pocket. See what happens here. He's going to keep it.
Fulton pushing forward. Meta initially be at the line of scrimmage. And it might be, and it does look like it will be enough for a first down, 1st and goal for the Bulldogs.
They will move it. And that's going to be a first down.
Well, Fulton checking the sidelines here. They're probably trying to get up to the line of scrimmage quick. Checking. Okay, finally we do see a South Range player come off the field. I was like, well, they're going to try to run a play with 12 players, but well, okay, there we go.
Yeah, they were trying to pull an Ursuline. 12 men on the field.
Hey, if you got to play for 12, let's see it. But Fulton and the Bulldogs with 8 yards to go, first and goal. Shotgun formation, Fulton fakes the handoff. He's going to run himself down the middle, down the 5. He goes into near the end zone, and they call it a touchdown.
And there
from
it is.
8 yards out.
Got a chance here with this extra point to tie it up. And like I said, you know, that old thing called the momentum has swung the Bulldogs' way here at Dave Pavlansky Field, and they are all fired up.
This is critical here. It's not a gimme. Bobby, the kicker. Snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is
it's good.
And we got a tie game here in Poland, Ohio. With 8:15 left in the game, South Range, assuming they will get this ball back, and with that, will they be able to score with 8 minutes and 15 seconds? We'll be back. Don't go anywhere.
Now is the time to think about your future, where you want to go, what you want to be. Your future can start now at Kent State Salem or Kent State East Liverpool. We have programs that will open doors and provide opportunities for you to pursue your passion. We are affordable, we are close. You call it hometown, we call it Kent State University. Learn more at www.kent.edu/Columbiana. You belong here.
Hi everyone, this is DJ Yoakley with Your Sports Network. We appreciate your support of YSN and welcome you to the YSN family. Our broadcast streams are brought to you live at no cost to you by sponsors that are local to this community. Without the vision and generosity of our sponsors and partners, we would not be able to bring this game to you today. So please support the great businesses and leaders that are making this game possible. And if you're a business in need of great advertising and sponsorship opportunities, feel free to head over to our site for more information on the right fit for you. We are local, we are loyal, and we are live. We are YSN.
News doesn't stop after the sun goes down. Sometimes you just have to hustle to get it. At 21 News, no matter how far it is, no matter what it takes to get there, we're working to bring you the best stories and the freshest content at 11 p.m. with the context and clarity that makes it worth staying up for, no matter what time it is. 21 News at 11 with me, Erin Simonek, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 11, news that's worth your time.
At Greenwood Chevrolet, shop with confidence knowing we're ready to go the extra mile for you. With the largest selection of used vehicles in the Valley, backed by the Greenwood Advantage Warranty. Only at Greenwood Chevrolet.
Back here for an 8:15 left in our game with the tie score, 28-all. After a touchdown run by Jack Fulton from 8 yards out and an extra point to tie this game. That was available or successful because of the onside kick and a little bit of momentum. So what we were talking about in between commercial breaks, what will they do here? And look where they're lining up now.
Yeah, I mean, he's lined up every single time to kick the ball like this. And, you know, he's just popped it up or kicked it a little deep.
They got some instruction from Cole Fulton there. We'll see. And it's a long drive towards the 30-yard line. Fielded by Lindstrom, and Lindstrom's got some running room. Up to the 50-yard line, finally tackled by a host of Bulldogs.
He had that corner, but good starting field position for the Raiders right now, just shy of the 50-yard line.
They might be exactly on the 50. And with that, I mean, 50 yards to get into the end zone isn't bad at any stream.
No.
So if I'm Coach Yeagley here, keep your team calm and collective here.
Absolutely.
We got the time, we got the timeouts, we have everything we need. It's just a matter of you going down the field and scoring the touchdown.
Yes. You know what you need to do. Just keep doing exactly what you've done all night long, and we'll be fine.
Strip back. Gets the snap. Fakes the handoff. He keeps the ball, and he's going to be tackled by, can't get the number just yet. It looks like Dylan Smith, as well as Colosimo, who's just really laboring that leg there.
Yeah, he is. Every time after a play, he's back there bent over. But, I mean, listen, that's a young man. He's not coming off the field.
Yeah.
I mean, even on that last drive, you know,
the senior.
South Range scored. Listen, he's not coming off the field in this game his senior year.
2-yard gain for the Raiders, 2nd and 8. Shotgun formation. Skripek hands the ball off this time to Dominguez. Dominguez met up by Dom Parker and a host of other players. Decent gain here.
Power forward.
Gets about a gain of about 3 yards, so a decent 3rd down opportunity for the Raiders.
So you got a 3rd and 3 here.
This is the, as I've told this before from those that have listened in, but this is the Archie Manning favorite. If as long as it's 3rd and 3, anything else below that's perfect.
Yeah.
I can do 3 yards.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. You got to get to the 40-yard line. And basically, honestly, you've got probably 2 plays to do it.
3rd and 3, ball on the 43. Under 7 minutes to play in the game. Shotgun formation for the Raiders. Skripek hands the ball off to Dominguez. Dominguez, he gets a big hit going towards the sideline. And with that, it's going to be, I'm waiting for the game,
2.
but number 24 laid the hit, and that is Michael Gordon, but he's a little slow to get up.
He's hurt, too.
It was a good hit. A big hit by him, but we might need a little bit of a timeout here to make sure he's okay. He's going to get checked on by the South Range and the Poland sideline to make sure everything's all right. And we'll give him a little bit of a timeout here, and we'll be back with 6:28 left in our 4th quarter.
You're here to be part of something bigger, to make things happen. For you, college is about knowledge being shared and learning experiences that aren't limited to the classroom. On campus, you want to matter. It's about engaging every day, building relationships with students, with mentors, with the community, in the heart of a reinvented city. We are that something bigger. We are Youngstown State University, and proud.
WRS Wealth Advisors, the area's premier wealth and retirement specialists. Located on South Avenue in Boardman.
Coca's Pizza, proud to announce our pizza buffet's back every Wednesday at our Boardman and Campfield locations. Adults only $7.99 and kids only $4.99, and $2 beers starting at 8 o'clock. That's Coca's Pizza. We serve it hot.
For a great vehicle and a great experience, come to Boardman Mitsubishi today. As always, our full lineup of Mitsubishi models comes with a standard 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty. Boardman Mitsubishi, your hometown Mitsubishi dealer since 1999.
And we can see Michael Gordon coming off. It was more of an upper body injury. Don't want to speculate too much in depth, but him and Dominguez collided for sure, and that's why it's 4th down. Because if he didn't hit Dominguez with that momentum,
Dominguez probably falls forward.
I probably think so, and he gets the 1st down.
And coming out of this, Raiders are going to answer the question we talked about during the break. They're going to go for it. It's 4th and 2 on the 42-yard line. And is the Mo swung the right way here?
Yeah.
For the Bulldogs to stop this 2 yards.
You give it a little bit of a hard count? Well, we'll see it nevertheless. Shotgun formation. Skripek going to call a timeout here.
He had time on the clock. I mean,
maybe they just, based on what they saw, they wanted to change out of that formation.
Yeah, I mean, play clock was down about like 17.
So we'll take they'll take a timeout. We'll stay right here though. This is a big call.
Absolutely.
Big call. I mean, we both the broadcast team that you're listening to, Anthony Malone here alongside Paul Munson. I say punt the ball, pin them, and let your defense do the work. If you're able to pin them. But
and I'm torn because the thing is, if you don't get this, you're going to give them the ball with about 55, 56 yards to go. With the time that they have on the clock, they've got 2 timeouts. They get within field goal range, and the clock's down deep. You kick a field goal, you win the game, or potentially, you go ahead.
Yeah.
But South Range hasn't stopped Poland in the second half. Poland's went down and scored 2 touchdowns on both times that they've had the ball, and South Range has only scored once.
We saw a couple big stops on defense by South Range, but other than that, as we saw, Jack Fulton, Dylan Smith, as well as a pass to Ross Dito, really did the trick in that last possession on offense. So, hey, for me, as a fan of football, I'm willing to see whatever comes to pass. and we're allowed to criticize as a fan. But
Yes.
I can only imagine what it's like to be a coach right now making this decision.
Yeah, I mean, and they're staying with it. I mean, the offensive guys are out there, and if you're the coach, you're telling those offensive linemen, guys, we need a push. We need a push.
Big
we need
push.
2 yards.
Yep.
2 yards.
So the
big play
Bulldogs
here.
take the field. Looks like 5 down linemen against 5 down. It looks like 6. It's going to be a strong possession on the offensive line, and they're still in TV timeout.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the hard part about
Yeah.
something that you can't teach a high school kid.
Yeah, you're amped up. You're getting
ready.
down. Here we go. Hey guys,
Both
hold on.
teams.
Hold
Yeah.
on a second. We got to come back from TV timeout.
Yeah.
Now we're ready. Here we go. 4th and 2.
Oh, here we go. Shotgun formation. Skripek gets the ball. He's going to run outside. He's going to pass it. And he's got a wide open man. Dominguez way down into the end zone from 42 yards out.
Wow. What a play. What a play. And the crazy thing was, Anthony, I sat there and it looked like Skripek just didn't want to run so fast. And I'm like, what's he doing? And then you saw Dominguez break out of the backfield and scored that touchdown. That's a hell of a play. Offensive coordinator Wayne Allegretto pulling one out of the bag, saying, okay, here's what we're going to do.
That was a gutsy call on 4th down.
And the bad thing is it sucked up all the defenders in the backside.
Snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good.
That's good. So 6 minutes to go in one hell of a game we've got going on here now, Anthony.
And we'll come back for more at 6:04 in our 4th quarter. South Range, after a gutsy call on 4th down, 35-28 with the score lead. We'll be back.
New things happen all day. Some are good, some not so good. In today's complicated world, while you're busy working, playing, and living life, we're busy helping you make sense of the day's news. And there's only one place where it comes together with clarity, context, and accountability. It's 21 News at 6 with me, Madison Tromler, and Derek Steyer.
21 News at 6. It's what the day's news really means to you.
Welcome home to a home made homier with Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods. Inspiration starts at BairdBrothers.com and is turned into reality when high-quality hardwoods are delivered right to your home. Baird Brothers has the latest design trends, shiplap and skinny lap interior siding, antique oak rustic flooring. And, well, you'll find them all at BairdBrothers.com. Ordered easily, delivered conveniently, enjoyed comfortably. BairdBrothers.com.
And back here with a ruckus South Range crowd. 6:04 for our kickoff here after a beautiful 42-yard touchdown pass. I'm trying to recover after that as well.
Little trick play there. I mean, like I said, when they called that and they all come rushing towards us, towards the South Range sideline, Dominguez was like the lead blocker, and I was like, Skripek's not running that fast. And then all of a sudden, Dominguez pops out of the backfield, wide open.
Long line kick there near the 12-yard line. Going to be fielded on the run. Finally brought down within the 20-yard line.
That's huge.
By the Raiders.
That is huge. Now you've got 80-plus yards to go to try to tie this thing up with 6 minutes to go.
Ball was caught by Mateo Malone.
That took all of 6 seconds, so we were at 6:04. We're at 5:58 now. Both teams with 2 timeouts. You stick with your ground game and just keep grinding this thing out and go down? Or do you try to mix it up a little bit here and dump a pass in?
I tell you, I mean, you have the clock on your side when it comes to the way that they've been running the ball. If you just want to focus on lowering the clock, and if you feel comfortable in running the ball all the way into the end zone from the 17-yard line, you got a chance to at least tie this game back up.
Yeah.
And we might have 12 players on the field right now. And we get a timeout called by South Range. One too many players on the field.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, 12
Yep.
men. Trying to pull an Ursuline.
Tricky play here trying to run with 12 players, but we're getting conference call here by the referees, trying to pinpoint what. Well, it's not for us to say. It's still a timeout one way or the other.
Yep,
Here's an interesting little tidbit here, though, is South Range now with 1 timeout left in the game.
Yeah, that's. Oh, you got that 1 timeout. It would have been nice to have the 2 because then that gives you a little bit of play. Like you sit there, if they're driving down the field, you might want to keep some of that clock. Now you've only got 1, and now you've got to be very, very smart with how you use this 1 timeout. But really, honestly, everything now is going to depend on your defense. Yeah. You've got to tell your defensive guys, listen, we have to stop them. We have to get penetration.
Absolutely.
We have to stop the run. They have been just dicing us all night long. And this is a film. This is a film, honestly, we talk about earlier in the Hubbard with Hubbard.
Yeah.
With T.C. Caffey, this is a game that they're going to watch on film and they're going to go,
this is what we have to do,
yeah,
huh?
If they can't stop the run, and we got one of the best running backs
in the nation,
in the nation stat-wise and definitely in the area, we're going to run on them. Stop us.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line for Fulton under center. Fulton gets a snap, fakes the handoff, back to pass, rolling. He's got some trouble. He gets rid of it, and it was 2 defenders in the area, but it falls incomplete.
Oh, man, that could have been huge.
And the South Range Raiders fandom is looking for a penalty here. I wasn't sure exactly what they saw. I was watching the ball itself, but nevertheless, it brings up 2nd and 10 for the Poland Bulldogs at the 17-yard line.
Oh, I see what they're booing. That ball was thrown up, and as one of the defenders for South Range went to try to catch it, he got tackled by one of the Poland guys.
It's not a terrible idea if you're a Poland, but can't do that, but it wasn't called. Cole Fulton gets the handoff and gets a decent run on 2nd down. Tell you, I just didn't anticipate them wanting to pass the ball on 1st down.
Yeah, I mean
that was,
you stop the clock, you don't get a 1st down, and now you've got a 3rd and 5.
Got to dial something up here. You go back to the pass, which they've had a little, here and there, a little bit of success in the passing game. This hasn't been a game for either team where they focused on passing the ball. But we got 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 wide receiver to the right for Fulton in shotgun formation. He sends Cole Fulton in motion. Fulton's going to run with it himself. He's got 2 defenders in his face, and it's a beautiful tackle by Lindstrom. Right around the line of scrimmage, it brings up 4th down. For now, for Poland, what do?
You have to go for it. I know you've got 2 timeouts, but you're under 5.5 minutes to go, and I know it's dangerous to turn the ball over right here, but if you turn the ball back over to South Range, they run this clock out on you. They run the clock out on you, and they say it don't matter. So here's your ball game right here, Anthony. Right now, they're going for it. They have to.
4 yards to go for the Bulldogs. 2 wide receivers each side. Look for a hard count here potentially, but there's only 3 down linemen for South Range. South Range fans on their feet. Fulton gets the ball, back to pass. Gonna run it himself. He's gonna get tackled, and it'll be fourth and short, and it will be a turnover on downs, and South Range back on offense.
We talked about that momentum and how it can swing, and right there it just swung back into the favor of the Raiders as they now get the ball just outside the 20-yard line. 4 minutes, 50 seconds left to go. You're up by a touchdown. This is going to be a heavy dose of Dominguez, Jones, and Skirpak keeping it himself.
1st and 10 for the Raiders at the 22-yard line. And they don't look like they have the correct personnel in, but they're going to go with it. They were checking the sidelines, but
down to 5.
Man in motion.
False start.
False
start on the center.
Right at the 1 second play clock.
Like that's the center. 58. That's Chris Colucci. 100% sure of that one. Yeah. And you saw it from here. He's the center, and he moved up, and he's trying to go with shotgun.
What you were talking about later on, but it was in this case, it was happening to South Range, getting into that position to snap the ball, and we're back down. They were close to a potential delay of game, too. So that'll mark 5 yards against South Range, 1st and 15. Skripek gets the snap, hands it off to Dominguez. Dominguez running down the middle and be met by 2 defenders right at the line of scrimmage. Be a minimal gain of about maybe 2 yards for Dominguez. Second down.
Yeah. Second and 13 now here. And again, right now, if you are Billy Skripek, you're listening to Coach Allegretto, and he is saying, listen, do not snap this ball with any more than 3 seconds to go.
Yeah.
On that play clock. You're at 4:20 right now, and you got 20 seconds left on the play clock.
Sends a man in motion. Jones gets the handoff. Looking towards the left side for a running lane. It's going to be met a flag thrown where the original line of scrimmage was. It'll be a loss on the play, but we'll see what this penalty flag is all about.
Yeah. If that's a holding penalty, do you take it and give him a long second down, or do you leave it right there because he didn't gain that much? Yeah, they're pointing holding against South Range.
I say based on the way that I'm seeing things going here, if I'm Poland, I say decline, and let's do this.
Yep, and there it is. The side judge is saying he's going to decline it because they lost yards on that.
Yep.
You know, they lost yards on that, and the thing is I don't understand this. But he snapped that ball with almost 20 seconds to go on the play clock.
Yeah, it's almost as if they just want to score this touchdown with the momentum that they've procured, but now it's 3rd and 13.
No, it's longer than that. It's like 3rd and 16.
Yeah, that hasn't been updated on the scoreboard. 17 officially now called.
And now he's running that clock all the way down. I don't understand why he didn't do it on the last play.
Sends a man in motion. Jones again. And another flag before the snap.
They're going to call false start.
Another false start. It's that offensive line just kind of hurry up and wait, you know.
This thing isn't over here, folks. No. I mean, you got 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go. And South Range right now
stops the clock, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, South Range is going the wrong way. And, you know, a lot of the Poland faithful, when they got that ball back, when South Range got the ball back, they were leaving. They exited the stands. And folks, this isn't over. I mean, the clock started again here.
We saw the Raiders score with under 3 minutes in the second quarter.
And Poland's got 2 timeouts, remember.
3rd now and 22. We got to play for 22 yards. Skripek back to pass. Look down the middle of the field. Throws it, and it's going to be caught around the 10. Back down to the 5. They get not only the 22 yards, but a little bit more. 1st and goal for the Raiders.
Aiden Leone. What a great throw and catch. He sealed off his defender where Skripek put that ball right in front of him and said, this is where it needs to be. Catch this ball, Aiden. Get us that first down. And now, under 3 minutes, now 1st and goal on the 6.
I wouldn't be surprised if they try to drop off some of the clock here while you still have the chance, but they're looking like they're ready to snap this ball right away. Shotgun formation for the Raiders with Skripek and surveying the defense, and he's going to do exactly as I mentioned. With 5 seconds left on the play clock, he gets the snap. He keeps it himself. Skripek near the 1 yard line, falls back down. It'll bring up 2nd and goal.
I mean,
2 minutes and 30 seconds left.
Yeah.
On the game clock.
And you know, it's a 40-second game clock, play clock. You just sit there.
Yeah.
Sit there. I mean, because that's going to get you under 2 minutes. You got 2nd and goal from the 2. Let it go.
Yeah, just let time go as far as you can before scoring, and then you'll be in much better shape once you have to kick the ball away. Because remember, Poland scored, onside kick, scored again.
Yeah.
4 seconds on the play clock. Skripek keeps it himself, and he'll go into the end zone for his 2nd touchdown of the night from 2 yards out.
And that'll do it. One minute, 51 seconds left to go in the game.
The extra point upcoming. And I'll tell you, coming into tonight's game, the snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is a line drive. It is good. I'll tell you, with the score now 42-28, I was interested to see this matchup as soon as the season ended last year. Interested to see kind of what would be the case in the story here. I know that for the Poland faithful coming into last year's game, talking about the limited amount of practice time that they had coming into the South Range game, but both teams with the ability now to have a little bit of a full season in front of them. I was interested to see the matchup one way or the other, just to see how Poland would react and how, as well, South Range would act.
Yeah, I mean, South Range come in here with the head of steam, 4-0, putting up this many points. I mean, right now, Poland's done something that nobody else has done all year, and that's score 4 touchdowns on South Range. South Range has scored 6 touchdowns and only given up 3 all season long. And now this is the most points put up by a team against South Range, but they've got a 2-touchdown lead, and this is what they needed to do. They needed to grind it out. They needed to come out here and show Poland, listen, they were here to fight. Poland coming off a heartbreaking loss last week to Hubbard, having the lead going into the second half, into that fourth quarter, losing that lead, end up losing the game. How are they going to recover from this? And I'll tell you what, they recovered really well, if you ask me. I know they're going to, the scoreboard's not going to show it, but they proved, listen, when we get our game plan and do what we want to do, we can be successful. And except for that last drive, every time they had the ball in the second half, Anthony, they scored.
Yeah.
And scored impressive.
Absolutely. Kickoff upcoming here by the Raiders. Going to be fielded by Maloney and Fulton, as well as D'Angelo. Caught around the 28-yard line, moving up towards near the 40-yard line, and that's where the Bulldogs will get the ball back with 1:45 for Jack Fulton and the Poland Bulldogs, looking to score as quickly as possible. And we might see a timeout here. I can't really get the sense here, or it might just be a little bit of a sideline huddle. And it looks like we'll continue on here. No actual TV timeout has occurred.
And for Poland, they're going to get Niles next week.
Yeah.
And then they get Girard, Lakeview, Jefferson, and they end with Struthers.
I can't wait to see Fulton versus Gardner from Niles. That'll be a name that was called frequently. Niles unable to play a game this week, if I'm not mistaken, partner.
That's correct. They were supposed to play Jefferson tonight.
Fulton trying to pass the ball to Maloney.
Skip that one in there.
I'm going to take a second to recognize that I might be related to Maloney. Maybe.
Yeah?
I don't know.
Is the name spelled the same?
Melone.
Just pronounced different.
No.
No?
I've been calling it Maloney because that's how it's supposed to be said.
Oh, okay.
But I say Malone on the air because why not?
Malone. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
You got me confused over here because I've always called you Anthony Malone, and if it's Malone, then I'll start calling you Malone.
That's just, let's make it easy.
Just
Pass incomplete, 2nd and 10. Ball on the 38-yard line. Fulton trying to get this ball down the field fast. Fulton trying to pass this ball, but makes a move. Caught around the 50-yard line. Brought up towards near the...
About the 43.
About the 43.
That's a minute and a half.
Looks like that might have been caught by Ross Dito.
Whoop.
1st and 10. They're right up to the line of scrimmage. Go the Bulldogs. 3 wide receivers to the left. Fulton gets a snap. Back to pass, looking downfield again. Throws it near about the 32-yard line. He gets out of bounds.
They're marching
that was
down
Ross
the field
Dito.
Here. Don't put this thing out of reach with 2 timeouts.
And I get what South Range is trying to do. I don't want them to score. Let's contain them.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the contain is about 20 yards down the field, and that's exactly where the pocket that Fulton's throwing it in. 1st and 10 again for Fulton. Gets a snap. Back to pass, throwing it towards the sideline. Is going to be caught. And tackled quickly by Lindstrom. Maloney with the catch.
And not for a first down. They're telling him to go up there and spike it, looks like. Or they're calling
second down.
Strong right. Under a
minute.
Jinx.
Fulton snaps it and spikes the ball down. Brings up 2nd down.
And for the rest of the way out here for South Range too, they're going to get I'm not exactly sure what Girard did tonight, but they're going to get a 3-1 as of right now. I'm going to go off last week's stats. 3-1 Girard at home next week for homecoming. Then they get a 3-1 Niles the week after that. A 3-1 Jefferson. Then you get 0-4 Lakeview, and then you finish the season, which now the matchup everybody's going to want to see. It's going to be at South Range, senior parent night. 2 big dogs coming in there, and Hubbard and South Range.
That's going to be incredible.
Week 10.
I call dibs.
Yeah, which for all intensive purposes.
Fulton with the pass incomplete falls 4th down for the Bulldogs.
You know, for all intensive purposes, that will be, unless one of those teams get tripped up between now and then, that'll be for your NE8 championship. Week 10 at South Range, Hubbard and South Range.
One of the toughest conferences in all of Ohio. It prepares you for the rest of the way through outside of the season.
Absolutely.
Fulton now with 3 yards to go. Continue this drive. Fulton gets the snap. He's going to run it himself. Gets up to the 20. It looks like it will be close, but it might be enough. They're going to stop the clock, and it will be a first down.
Are they telling them to go? Yep, they are. Yeah, I mean, and you got to look at with the South Range and Jefferson are the only 2 Division 5 schools in this conference.
And another spike.
The rest of them, you're looking at D3, D4. So, like you said, these are all 8 of these teams on any given night, for the most part, are teams that you need to be prepared for. Nobody's a walkover. Unlike there are some leagues out there, and we're not going to name them, of course, but there are some leagues out there that it's just like 2 teams.
Yeah.
2 teams can run that league. They can run out and not have to worry about anybody else. This one, every week.
Fulton gets the snap, back to pass, throwing it towards the end zone. And he's unable to complete the pass. It'll fall incomplete to Ross Dito. Another 3rd down for the Bulldogs.
You got to wonder, remember the old Dan Marino?
I remember Dan Marino, yes.
The play, they've been doing it on 2nd down. They get the 1st down, and they're telling them, go up there and spike it. The old fake spike.
Yeah, I mean,
you drop
you
back
don't see
and
it a lot.
Kind of do one of these, and then you got a guy streaking.
It takes a lot of acting from the team that's about to do it in order to pull it off. But Fulton, and we got a flag thrown. False start is going to be called against Poland.
Oh, that's going to hurt.
On 3rd down.
36 seconds to go.
And they'll bring up about 3rd and 15 for the Bulldogs. I'll give credit to both teams for this one stat here. We only saw 1 turnover officially in the game.
Yeah.
We saw some turnover on down, sure, but we've mainly, and we're going to get one of the few timeouts left, I think, for Poland. They're going to talk about it here with 3rd and 15 upcoming.
Yeah.
And with that, we'll take our final timeout of tonight, and we'll be back after a quick word. Don't go anywhere.
Hi everyone, this is DJ Yokley with Your Sports Network. We appreciate your support of YSN and welcome you to the YSN family. Our broadcast streams are brought to you live at no cost to you by sponsors that are local to this community. Without the vision and generosity of our sponsors and partners, we would not be able to bring this game to you today. So please support the great businesses and leaders that are making this game possible. And if you're a business in need of great advertising and sponsorship opportunities, feel free to head over to our site for more information on the right fit for you. We are local, we are loyal, and we are live. We are YSN.
And we're back. We'll hear more from Baird Brothers. But with our final 36 seconds left in our game.
Poland took that timeout, so they've only got 1 left. 3rd and 15 here.
Poland, the South Range faithful feeling good. Getting allowed for the 3rd down on the play. Fulton gets the snap. Back to pass. He's going to get pressured. And he's going to be tackled for a big loss near the 40-yard line. Nice penetration by the South Range defenders.
Number 61, Bailey Ryan. Big man in the middle. Boy, he's a big boy, and in school he is so quiet. Just, he's not one of those guys that's loud and boisterous. You see him through the hallway, and he's like, hi, Mr. Munson. But, hey, he lets his talking happen on the field, and right there was huge. I mean, they are all the way back to the 37?
The officially marked as forward progress stopped for at least this play at the 37-yard line.
So 17. It's going to be 4th and 37.
So they'll probably, if I had to pick, go into the end zone here.
Oh, yeah.
Throw it as far as you can into the end zone. Maybe find Ross Dito or one of the under wide receivers in the vicinity, but it's going to be a tough task nevertheless on 4th down. Some scores from around the area. Alliance beats Salem. 27-21.
Lost that game.
Beaver Local up 27-14 against Edison. Boardman beat beats Youngstown East 62-14.
Oh.
Brookfield 55-0 on Camel.
Got that one.
Canfield beating Cheney 35-6.
Got that
West Branch playing a heck of a game with Canton South. 56-42 West Branch right now.
Ooh.
Last report in the fourth quarter. Austintown Fitch beats Mooney 42-7. And now for fourth down. With Jack Fulton gets the snap. Back to pass. Making a couple moves. Throws it down towards the end zone. He's got a man open, and it's going to be caught for a touchdown from 37 yards.
Wow. Incredible. What a great throw and catch for those guys. I mean, 18 seconds to go. It's not over. I mean, you got a player down on the midfield there.
I hope he's all right.
Yeah, one of the big linemen. They're stretching him out. Looks like he's just got a cramp. You know, they can't go for the extra point. All the teams are lined up for the extra point, and you can't go for it just yet. But now, I mean, listen, Anthony.
That was something.
We've all seen strange things happen.
Yes, we have.
And don't count these guys out. I mean, listen, 18 seconds to go. Yeah, that's going to be tough. This is going to be the most important hands team onside kick you've ever seen.
And with this,
I mean, Coach Toy is their special teams coach down there. I think you have those guys gathered up, and you're saying, listen, grab the ball.
And that was offensive lineman Zach Christensen that was able to get off on his own power.
Yeah.
Talking about the offensive line for Poland, two of their players graduated, both of them now playing at Youngstown State University, so they really
big
had
tosses. Those guys
they had to have big shoes to fill for this young offensive line, but they get that touchdown there from 37 yards out. I believe that was to Ross Dito.
Yeah, and here comes a big extra point to make this a one-score game.
Bobby. Snap is
they're going for two.
He's going to run it, and he's not going to get it.
All right, they got him. So now, though, I mean, it's still a one-score game because you get it, you got to go for two. But you got to wonder, that snap looked pretty good.
It looked like it caught him right around the corner of his shoulder, which is not terrible. You can bring that down.
So
but
you wonder if maybe it was a design to go for two.
It feels exactly like that.
Because then a touchdown and an extra point, you win a game.
Yeah.
But now, here we go. Special teams, hands team. I mean, and I'm looking down there now. I mean, I see Dominguez.
Yeah, you don't put out usually your typical kickoff and kick return team here.
No.
And I've been on this side on both occasions. I've either been one of the teams up and on the hands team, or if I've also been on the kick team trying to get the ball back.
I wasn't.
I don't imagine you were.
I was the only special teams I saw was snapping the ball. I was a long snapper.
Or as we call elephants.
Yeah.
Elephants is a field goal blocking unit.
Yeah. I was trying to block extra points and field goals, and I was the long snapper for field goals and extra points. So, yeah, you didn't see me out there too much running down the field like these guys are.
So we'll get lined up.
So we'll see which way he's going to try to kick this. I mean, it looks like he's going to try to kick towards their sidelines.
I will say this. The amount of experience that he's had with kicking the ball in an onside variety, he does know how to do it in different fashions. Now, if he wanted to and spike the ball off the ground, it's got to at least touch the ground first. There's no fair catches after it's touched the ground.
Yeah.
But if he wants to spike it and pop it up, you could. But this is going to get interesting. Look at the way they're lined up here. He makes his approach, and he's actually kicked it up. And the ball is South Ranges, and that'll end it here. And now for the Raiders, the most favorite of all formations.
Number
for the last
24,
16 seconds.
Aiden Leone comes up with that onside kick. The tight end wide receiver for South Range. And that will do it. 16 seconds to go.
No timeouts by Poland.
So the old victory formation right here.
So Poland will fall to 2-3 in the first half of this season. And Poland will go to, and the ball was thrown out there, and they're now ready with that final play. But Poland will travel and face Niles. And now for South Range, 5-0.
Yes.
Continuing the gauntlet that is the Northeast 8.
And they will be at home next week as they will face Girard. Next week will be homecoming for South Range.
And the kneel has been made, and that's our final. Score is 42-34. Player of the game for your eyes, partner.
It's got to be Billy Skirpak. I know that Dominguez had, 4 touchdowns?
He had 4 touchdowns in tonight's matchup, yes.
Well, that's a tough one. It'd be between those two. I'd probably have to give them co-players of the game because, Dominguez with those 4 touchdowns was huge, but Skirpak able to control the game, make the throws when he needed to, but big pass to Leon down there, and then him with his legs as well, being able to get out there and run with the ball. Obviously, the player of the game for Poland is Fulton. Jack Fulton is just unbelievable. 5 touchdowns?
Yeah, 5 touchdowns. He contributed, of course, 2 passing touchdowns
and 3 rushing.
3 rushing. So
yeah, I mean that's Poland's player of the game, hands down. For South Range, like I said, it's either Skirpak or it's Dominguez. One of those two. If you go by stats, it leans one way. You go, but again, Skirpak, threw for, I don't know how many yards he threw for, but he was able to control that game for South Range. Make those handoffs, make those throws when he needed to get them where they needed to go. So.
And if you need another case for if he was the player of the game, the play of the game, that 4th down play to get them that touchdown from about 42 yards out, certainly cemented their momentum and gave them the victory. Any final thoughts for tonight's matchup, Paul?
This was the heavyweight matchup everybody was waiting to see, and everybody kept talking about, listen, this was going to be whoever won this game was going to put themselves in the driver's seat for the NE8 because if Poland wins this game, that gives South Range the 1 loss. Poland wins out, South Range would go to see Hubbard, and if they beat Hubbard, then all of a sudden you've got a 3-way tie. Now that South Range has beat Poland, that's pretty much going to knock them out of contention for the NE8, and now South Range, they've put themselves, hey, the first half of the season's over. Guys, we've got 5 more league games to go through. All tough games. We're not going to overlook anybody. We've got a goal. Let's go out there and let's do it. And they came out and proved this is the closest game they've had all year. This is the first time somebody's come back on them and tied it up late in a game like that. So this is exactly what needed to happen. Credit to them. And, hey, lay out the gauntlet, and here we go. Week 6, here we come.
Our final night, 42-34. He's Paul Munson.
Yes, I am.
I'm Anthony Malone. Well, thank you all for joining us. See you next week here on YSN.
This broadcast stream is copyrighted by Yoakley Scott Corporation, LLC. Any other use of this telecast, any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without YSN's consent is prohibited.